Well,
Right.
if anything, this is for way more than fucking podcasting.
Yeah.
This
You guys
thing
make
right
sex videos?
here, if you're down. The price is right, my friend.
We could talk about this on and off air.
Well, fuck, dude. I mean, what kind of weird shit have you come across on the dating scene, bro?
No.
Oh my God. Are we talking about recently or or younger or like? Because when I
Bitches are into some shit.
dude, so I met this girl on Tinder. She was 31. I'm 25, so at the time I was 23.
Okay.
And every time we met, we'd meet for drinks, go back to her house, you know, the rest of the
Break
deal.
out the sex toys. Yeah.
Right. And I didn't know that she's a fucking full-blown raging alcoholic.
Oh, dear.
Oh, I'm talking, it was awful.
Oh,
Like,
dear.
like I said, we just meet for drinks, go back to her house.
Right, you just
whatever.
thought that was normal, but for her, that's how she starts breakfast.
Yes. and now we come to the next stopping point in our story. So we actually decided to have a date one night, right? Like
Like
an actual date.
Not like just breakfast.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she's like, come over, we'll order pizza, we'll watch movies, blah, blah, blah. And I got there, and she was already halfway through a bottle of Jack.
Fuck.
She's like,
What time was this?
This was at 5:30.
Okay.
In
What
the
day of the
morning
week?
or afternoon?
This is 5:30 on a Friday.
On a Friday.
Friday night.
Does she work during the day?
She works from home.
She works from home.
She's been drinking all day, probably.
Absolutely.
Oh,
I was
fuck.
convinced she did internet porn. She told me she did staffing for people that had like degrees. And
It's easy to do that from home because you just have to talk to them on the phone.
Well, she never graduated. Oh, dude. So, same girl also told me that.
Oh, she's a liar.
She told me her dad was a bank robber for the Sinaloa cartel, and that he was killed, and her mom ran away with his best friend, and that he used to like rape her little sister all the time, but now they're best friends, and her family's completely like exiled her because she spoke up against it and tried to get him in trouble.
Whoa.
Yeah. This girl's fucking
This story got dark real quick,
dude,
Justin.
soup sandwich, my friend. She
Okay,
is
let's
a
keep
mess.
going. I'm
Yeah.
into this soup. Let's.
So, we're having dinner, watching movies, and like I said, she's halfway through a bottle of Jack by the time I got there, and by 7:30, she's fucking just piss drunk, and she's like,
But you're supposed to go out for a date. Like that's the whole thing. So usually, I imagine this. I'm just to set context for people like that are probably thinking the same thing I'm thinking. It's like fucking, hey, let me meet you. Let's meet. We can meet at your house, my house. We can meet at somewhere else, wherever the fuck, and then let's go out for dinner. In this case, it sounded like you were gonna meet at her house. Okay, let's hang out for a little bit. Then let's fucking go to dinner.
Yep.
In this case, you get there, she's fucked up.
already, and it's like, I'm used to seeing her drunk
Why are you
because
scooting away from me? Do I sweat too much? I spit.
Well, one, it's kind of comfortable back here.
Okay.
And two, so just thinking from the audio perspective, I think it's better from the mics whenever you have a little bit of space. So because then it's like, because that's why people sit at tables and they have like a lot of space between them because your mic is picking up what I'm saying and then your mic, and so we're all picking up each other.
I like this.
But
Logistics.
whenever you do like the actual editing and shit, and you do like the mix down, it consolidates that shit and fixes it. But I think it would help.
Adam, you think about such the best things.
Well, it's important to have good quality, motherfucker.
outside perspective.
Motherfucker.
The outside perspective.
I
sir.
like it.
Yeah, dude.
Ooh, hashtag name of the podcast. I'm with it.
Dropping bombs.
Well, anybody
dropping
who's watching
bombs.
this, so as you guys have been talking, I've just been sitting here just like, just like fucking tweaking with everything, looking at all. Well, until I have a fucking Jamie.
So you got a young Jamie.
Yep. Yes,
You know,
sir.
young That's like, is that
That's
like
goals.
Is that like the precipice of podcasting? You have a Jamie, not just a producer, but like somebody who is
Even
as,
a friend too.
as quality as Jamie.
Oh, he's just
Yeah.
so legit with what he does.
Yeah, because he's like, I mean, he's pulling up shit like as the words are coming out of your mouth, like you're not even saying shit yet.
Right, he's
It's
already gone
got
forward
it
in
up.
time.
Yeah, exactly.
And then
That's
he's
what
like,
it seems like
watch,
sometimes.
I know what you're going to do, and now watch this got pulled up. And you're like, young Jamie again.
Yeah.
FTW for the win. You know what I
Fucking
mean?
on it all the time.
Yeah.
On it Academy. What? Shout out to
Hashtag.
them.
Hashtag.
Yeah.
So that's pretty close to here, yeah.
Yeah, it's literally like maybe a mile and a half tops.
Yeah, we're not staying
Yeah.
too far from
Yeah,
you.
you were
Yeah,
right.
that's what I told you. And you're like, I'm a mile away. I'm like, I'm about a mile away too.
Yeah, dude. Last time I was here, we stayed at the same Airbnb that we were at last time, and we walked to on it.
On it? Okay.
Yeah, took no time.
Not
at
a
all.
normal thing here in Austin, but that's a good thing.
Yeah, I guess if you're homeless around here is when you walk.
Right.
The only people. Dude, there's a homeless guy sleeping at In-N-Out, and he's like right behind a parking space. I was telling Adam, like, if I'm this homeless guy, I'm waiting for one day. I'm just gonna walk out. I'm gonna make sure somebody fucking hits me. I mean, he's sleeping maybe 30 feet from the
Right.
the fucking parking space under
Right.
the sign.
Give me that free money.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, on the campus, on the college campus, you know
Right.
somebody's paying for that.
Yeah, I'm always torn when I see homeless people because a part of me is like, it's like, oh fuck, you're just so used to it, and you don't say shit about it. And I think about this because I was just in San Francisco,
Right.
and there's a ton of fucking
There's a ton of
homeless.
them, I've heard.
Right, and then like, so it can be a detractor, right? But then also it's just like when you look at it, well, when you just accept it, it's like, well, that's pretty normal. Like, there's homeless people everywhere, and
Right.
like this is a nice area. Why wouldn't you want to be fucking homeless? If I was going to be homeless, this would be a place to be homeless.
This is
It's
the-
in
this is the-
California. or
Yeah,
Civil War.
but then there's the thing. It's like, well, fuck, dude. Why do we have all these homeless people?
Right.
It's like, am I just being insensitive
No,
to like?
I don't think
you know
are.
what I
Like,
mean?
Austin has. I've been here all my life.
There's a lot of homeless people here.
Austin, but there wasn't at one point in time.
It's not as bad as San Francisco though, and
I'm
at
not
least the
comparing
city's
it.
clean.
No, not at all. I'm not comparing it to. We're barely ready for people to move into our city, let alone homeless people.
Yeah,
And so it's one of those things like they're like the one main place that we have on 7th Street that used to be kind of nice because there wasn't as many homeless people. Now there's a whole bunch of homeless people, and like it's almost nobody wants to go to 7th Street, like that one part of 7th Street where there used to be like, and there still is bars that have been there for years. They were there before like
Before the homeless people.
Before the homeless people, population blew up. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And so their business is getting impacted, right? And it's just the whole thing. So it's just like, what do you do about it? But also, it has an impact on like everyone around you. Like nobody wants to walk through to 7th Street, let alone any part of that area. Let alone now it's starting to affect 6th Street, like the busy
Yeah.
part, that dirty 6th. And
Yeah.
like I don't even go there anymore. I'm not fucking 25
Are
years
they
old
like
anymore. But
are they like violent homeless people? Are they like badgering you like constantly?
dude, so there was this one time. It's gotten worse, progressively worse over the years. There was this one time. This is my most recent experience. I was walking down the street with a buddy of mine, and we were on 6th Street right after work because we work right off of 6th Street. And I was smoking a cigarette, and this homeless lady comes up, and she's like, "Please, mister, can I have a cigarette?" And I was just like, you know, probably you don't. I don't need this. Probably you don't need this. And I'm like, no, it's my last one. Like, no, like, she's like, got in my face, was just like grabbing my shirt and like, please. And I'm like, oh my God, like,
Yeah.
just take the cigarette, leave me
Should've
alone.
put it
Like,
out in her eye.
I'm
Fucking
savage,
don't touch me.
but I'm
lady.
also,
touch your lip real softly.
Just wiped her ass.
I just
down
wanted to
there.
like, I was all dressed up for work and shit, and like fucking like, I'm trying to get some food. Like,
Yeah.
I'm hangry at this point. Like, don't get close to me. Like, just go get the fuck away from me. Like,
So you for sure
Yeah.
should have put out in her eye.
for sure that would have been the best move.
Yeah.
I just gave it to her, and I'm just my buddy. I was just like in shock, and I'm like, what in the fuck just happened?
You got
dude?
violated.
I feel like it. I feel like it impacts me too. Like when it impacts me, that's a whole different set of potatoes too, dude. Like fuck the rest of the shit. Like we need to do something now. But before we didn't have to do much because it didn't really fuck with me.
Right.
It's never
Now
important
we're-
until it happens to you.
Goddamn right. Goddamn right.
But also being kind of having high narcissistic tendencies. I don't give a fuck about anybody else's shit. They're like,
Especially
oh,
a
this
homeless
happened to
person.
me. Well, this happened to me with such and such homeless people. I'm like, okay, do something about it the next time. Like, don't fucking talk to me about your problems. Like, I'm trying to like fucking.
I don't
do
think
me.
that's necessarily the worst. So what? So you said that earlier that you're a narcissist. Why? Like what else? Why do you think you're a narcissist?
This is great. I'm glad we're getting in this conversation.
Break it
So I
down,
talk
never
about
shot,
I talk about it better than I'll probably describe it right now because I was like in the zone on my last episode and let me just set the scene for like why
Real quick, plug your podcast. So
Yeah, man.
everybody-
Last
everybody
episode
knows.
of.
Unfiltered Bachelor. It's a series that I do on my podcast called the Lodi Joe's MMA Podcast. Obviously, you've been on a time or two, Adam.
Yeah, I think just the one time we did.
I thought we did like twice.
We might have. The thing is, so with Shamrock, dude, they would just always call me and then just have me do so many interviews.
It was Levick was really good about all that.
Yeah, dude.
Rest in peace, of course.
Yeah, he did die.
He
That's
died last
unfortunate.
June, man. That was impactful.
Yeah, he
was
was a
like one
good
of my
guy.
mentors.
Yeah, a lot of people love that dude. He was a
Yeah.
good guy. Yeah, dude, he was on his shit, man. He sent me a text. He's like, "Hey, man, we got this interview set up, he's like, do you have availability on these days at these times and get it set up?" Yeah, so we might have done too. I've just did so many of those fucking phone calls. I can't remember how many.
But also, we keep in contact too. So it's
Yeah,
that
dude.
was kind of the cool thing. I feel like above other like again, this is me thinking highly of myself, but like above a lot of other shows, like I clicked with a lot of fighters, and like we just talked about shit that didn't have to do nothing with fighting.
Yeah.
And it was fucking real.
Like you try to have that connection.
Right. Because I don't want to just talk about fighting. You don't want to just talk about fighting. You're in a fucking fight camp. Like, you just want to talk about fighting? Like, no, I'm trying to take a break away, probably mentally, right? Like,
yeah.
So
he asked me. I think he asked me like who my favorite Power Ranger was.
Nice.
Oh no! So
no, he asked me if I would bang the Pink Ranger.
There's like 4 of them.
I might be fucking that up.
Yeah, I think maybe 4 out of 5 I would bang. Yeah, for sure.
I did this thing. Yeah, for sure. For sure, 3 out of 4 could get it. But I did this thing at the end of my show in the early, like my first 2 years. It was called Random Ass Questions. And one of my random ass questions was, who was your childhood crush? And then, like, he said somebody. I'm like, well, what about the Pink Ranger, bro? And he
I
was
said
like,
the Yellow Ranger.
Yeah. Oh, God. Srini, rest in peace. You know she died,
Yeah,
right?
I did hear
Back in
that.
99.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Man.
But, yeah, so I was like, what with the Pink Ranger, though? That girl could get it. And he's like, yeah, she could, too, huh?
Them white women, they can
like,
always get it, huh? I think so.
Shout out to Amy Jo Johnson. I don't know where she's at right now, but that bitch is bad, too. But I did random ass questions, like just something to differentiate myself and like just to keep it fresh.
Yeah.
Right. So that gets me to Loaded Joe's. I created this. I stepped back for like 6 months. Got out of a horrible breakup after 5.5 years.
How long have you been doing the podcast?
It's gonna be 4 years in December.
Holy shit! Okay.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man, you got in there early.
I did.
Early. Well, yes, early.
Right in the middle of the wave. Yeah.
Right in the cusp.
Yeah.
Right. So like, Fighter and the Kid was just starting to get bigger. I started listening to podcasts really like in like July, June, and then I started getting into MMA podcasts, and that was only Rogan's. And then this is all 2014, and then 2014 I got into MMA Hour, Fighter and the Kid, MMA Roasted was one of the first ones I listened to, and then of course Rogan started doing Fight Companions around that time. And
those are so gold.
Those are fucking great, right? So to start the concept of Loaded Joe's, like I remember sitting around, like, and everybody's done this who's a fight fan, right? You sit around and you're watching fights and you're drinking beers and you eat pizza, and everybody's talking shit, but everybody's listening to somebody as they're talking. If you have like the right amount of people, whether it's like between 5 and 8, I think anything outside of that, then people start having side conversations and shit. But when you have a group of like 5 or 8 people, somebody will always listen to somebody and they'll give either their 2 cents. They'll be like, I heard that on Rogan's pod. I heard that over here, right? So that's I saw the interview and they said this. And I'm like, well, I want to capture this. Like, what if I just want to capture this and then I want to talk to fighters too? So like, we don't have to do Fight Companions. We don't have to talk during a fight. But can we have pizza? Can we have beer? Can we be real? Can we be honest? Can we talk to fighters in an open, honest way without all these like? Because the only people that were doing MMA podcasts outside of that were underground. There's a lot of like media people, and I was like, "Hey, so what do you think of no? And what's your walk around weight?" And
with an agenda behind it.
All the same basic questions.
I don't give a fuck about none of that. Hey, I'm like, "Hey, man, how your day going?" Like,
trying to figure out who you are as a person.
Who the fuck is you?
Beyond just being a fighter.
What was you doing before fighting? What would you do if you was not fighting? Like, let's figure out like the person, and then we can figure out, okay, this is the motivation behind fighting. Now we can all be human. And I give my 2 cents in, so then you get to know a little about me as we're going on in the podcast. So that was the concept that went behind it, and like, here we are now. But I took a 6-month hiatus. I got out about a breakup. I came back in August. I started doing MMA stuff. It still wasn't motivating me the way I want to. And then Connor lost, and like, I was so sad.
Were you really invested in that?
I don't know if you can tell, but we got Irish shit.
We got some Irish shit.
Yeah, I got Connor on my refrigerator.
Did you get his whiskey?
Yeah, I still have some if you want to try it, actually.
We'll do that. He won way before he stepped into that ring.
I love that.
Yeah. Cage. Dude, those whiskey sales are shitting on anything he made.
Yeah.
Making
during
that fight.
Fuck that fight. Up there. Yeah, fuck the fight. It's probably
whiskey
up there
sales.
with what he made in the Mayweather
his
fight.
margins was much higher. He actually got a huger percentage. A bigger percentage, larger percentage.
Right.
Yeah, and not only that, just the deal he signed with the UFC to put that banner inside of the octagon.
He had to pay for that.
Yeah, you got to pay for the sponsorship, but
you
also
you
like,
pay for that.
You pay for it, but then like.
But then it returns.
Yeah, the return in the ROI is like insane.
Yeah.
I've bought at least a case of proper 12, dude.
Well, that's my point. That's what I'm saying. He won before he even stepped into that cage to fight. Those whiskey sales went directly into his pocket. Like it's not whatever business partners he has, right? But it's not like.
But does he have the business partners? How do he's made plenty.
Who knows?
Of money.
But alcohol sales, like there's money there, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's the point, right?
It could be
so whatever
him.
his fight purse was, whatever his pay-per-view points were, he still made more money off of that whiskey.
For sure.
prior to even getting into
Right, that shit was sold out like a lot of places.
For a long time.
People are buying multiple bottles.
I bought multiple.
The UFC
bottles.
is not allowing any other sort of branding anywhere by any fighter, and then all of a sudden Conor shows up with his fucking whiskey, and now he's toasting with Dana White.
What? No,
at a press conference, and then you have Dana White laughing in Khabib's face because Khabib won't take a shot.
Dana White acts like a little child.
And then Dana White's drinking whiskey with Conor too.
Yeah.
But to bring it back,
anyway.
So Conor lost. I took that hard too, but also I was just tired of like everything, a lot of stuff MMA, and so I took a few weeks away, and I was just like, I wanted to focus on me, and like I was starting to get back into shape, man. I don't know, you saw my picture right on Instagram, man.
Hell
I'm
yeah,
getting
man.
back.
Looking great, man.
Thank you, man. Getting back into shape, and so I feel better to put myself out there to be like, you know what I need? Let me get a companion. I don't even have to have a girlfriend. Like, let me just go out and dating again. Let me just feel normal. Like, I don't feel normal. I don't feel normal going to the gym, Monday through Friday, and then Saturday, and only doing that while my friends are like, oh, you want to go out get some drinks on a Tuesday? Like, no, I can't do it, man. I've got to do this to feel better. I don't feel normal.
Yeah.
I don't feel normal at all. But like, also, I know that that's more of a fighter's life. Like, fighters can relate to that because they're doing it for a purpose of a fight, right? And to train for something, all I'm training is for me and in my head. Like, I'm training for my own goals.
You're fighting your own fight.
I'm fighting my own fight, right?
Yeah, man, having that structure and that challenge and just that consistency, super important. Through every like difficult time, like 5 years ago, whenever I separated from my ex-wife, like I went through a really dark time, but I like through all of my hard times, like I've always like went to training and fighting. And
that's what I talk about on my latest one of my episodes. So on the Unfiltered Bachelor, I created the series because I wanted to get everything off my chest, but also be able to let people know, hey, if you can relate to me, if you can, great. But like, what I also want to do is just let you into my world because I haven't let anybody in the last 7-8 months, And I want to talk about also struggles of dating because I feel like that's a real thing that like.
In today's climate, for sure, it's changed
a
a lot.
Social media, you have to project this perfect image 24/7.
Right.
It's really weird.
And you're not allowed to express your struggles because you see everybody posting on social media. It's only the highlights.
Right.
You never see what's on the other side, what's going on after or before. And everybody thinks that they have to live that life no matter what.
Well, how do you boil down a complex individual into a profile? Like, how do you do that with like X amount of pictures?
With 500 characters.
It's like which
like,
5 pictures represent me the best? Or
right.
like what fucking catchy little thing am I going to put on here? Like, that's all stupid ass shit.
That's what I was struggling with when coming onto Tinder. I had never used Tinder.
Yeah.
Right?
Me
you get 9 pictures, you get 500 characters. Figure it out, bitch. Like, that's what they're telling you.
Yeah, well, who's the better marketer?
I looked at hours and hours. Like, I remember I talk about this too, getting my first Tinder match. And I'm like, yeah, I got my first Tinder match. And I'm like, wait, what the fuck do I do now? Like,
what? Yeah, I've never done this before.
You need to go to Bumble and let them message you first.
Drop that bomb.
I hear I need to go to Bumble. I just recently went to Hinge. It's 3 pictures, or 6
like
pictures, and like 3. You answer 3 questions, and you can. I feel like it's really good for me because I can release my humorous side.
You can actually express yourself because like it populates like 500 different questions that you can choose from.
You can choose 3 of them,
and then like it's like one of them is like what would be your dream job if money didn't matter, or like what's a question that change my mind on this subject, and you type something in there like.
It's so nice not dating. Holy fuck.
Yeah, it's
a world out there, bro.
Dude, I didn't date and do anything for probably like 6 or 8 months.
Right, that's where I'm at.
I just did jiu-jitsu and just did my own thing because it's just too much energy.
I can super relate to you on that because like I've taken all this time away.
It's much better to
just train and just focus. Like I
focus
focus
on
on
you.
this. I always found sanctity in the gym.
Yep.
Like and not just running and not lifting weights. Like always found sanctity in training combat sports.
Yeah. I think there's a bigger thing there. I think it's like community, right? As humans, we need each other. Like, we need a community. So that's what's so great about jiu-jitsu, right? I mean, it's a fucking family. It's a community. And, like, it's a worldwide community. Like, you fucking pack your gi. You can go to any city in the world.
And they're going to welcome you with open arms.
Right.
Usually, unless it's a douchebag gym. But most of the time,
Yeah.
like, I'd say like 95% of them are probably all good.
Right.
You know what I mean? You can go find somewhere to roll with some good people and fucking have that bond. You know what I mean?
And
so it's so important.
I felt that I'm more of a striker, guys. So like I felt that as I went to the UFC gym here in Austin, like I'd gone to like a lot of other kickboxing gyms here and kind of fell in and fell out while I was in my relationship. So I'd gone over here a time or two, so they knew me. And I was just like, hey, like I don't want to say I convinced him, but I convinced him to sponsor the podcast so I can go work out and get everything right. And I'm like, when I bring the show back, we'll for sure.
Oh, so you train there for free and then you just promo them?
Mm-hmm.
Nice, hell yeah,
good move.
Right, yeah. I mean, and I mean, the owner's so cool with it because he's like, I see that you're getting you better.
Well, yeah, dude, it's just beneficial for everybody.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's not necessarily about the
monetary value.
Yeah, the exact
Right.
dollar return. You know what I mean?
Right, and that's what I've come to find. And so now I'm in the dating scene. Now, you know, I'm having to take these. So to get to the narcissist thing, I'm having to take.
We're working our way there. Don't worry, I'm not gonna let you.
I'm having to take these self-aware steps of like to be real with myself. And I had a lot of time to think through these last few months. Like before here, I was living with my grandparents, and I'm like, damn, I'm 30 years old. I'm living with my grandparents, but also like shit fucked up in life because of decisions that ultimately I made and the shit that I've gone through. So I had to like live with that. Like
You gotta take ownership.
you do. You have to take ownership. And so I was just like, I'm here because of me, and that's fine. So I would take time. I remember coming home from the gym. I remember like eating, and I would take like 2 hours where I would like have I call it self-reflection time, and I talk about it just really just me listening to some music, getting in my feels, and smoking some cigarettes. And then
You gotta cut that shit out.
Hey, bro, one day I'll grow up.
Is that on the calendar? Is one day on the calendar? You've seen it on there?
No,
I've never seen that day.
I've seen days that end in Y though.
Yeah.
And A, and D. But like
Anyway.
that was my thing. Like it's self-destructive. I get it, but also like that's what a coping mechanism that I needed at that moment.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna have it forever. Like
Yeah.
I'm almost
Nicotine's not the worst thing in the world. That's the thing. It's a nootropic. It's just what
everything that's wrapped around.
what
It's-
delivery method.
Yeah. And so I'm hoping through this in the grand scheme of things too, to get with somebody where like I could switch to electronics. It's like, because I'm not an avid smoker. I don't wake up and smoke.
Yeah,
right?
fuck those e-cigarettes. It's not
Better
important.
off smoking cigarettes.
It's not. It's
yeah,
not, but
look,
like,
it's not, I'm just busting your balls, bro. We're getting derailed. What were you saying, though?
we are though. But like this is like an actual thing too that I think about. I'm like, I don't want to smoke forever.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be that guy. I didn't start smoking until I was 21 anyway. So like,
Yeah.
it's not like a habit that I've had all my life.
Yeah.
But anyways, so I take all these self moments to take like mental images of myself and where I'm at and what I think I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
Narcissism was a big thing that came up. It
Yeah.
was funny. I was at dinner with my dad and this is a recent thing too. Me and my dad don't have the best of connections, and so this year we would try to meet once a month, and we've done that for the last 5 years. Try to meet once a month, and it turned into once every 2 months, and it turned into like, okay, my birthday and Christmas, and then so this year finally when I got out of the relationship, my stepmom was like, I think you should do dinner with us like every week. And so we've been doing dinner every week, which is fantastic, like to try and get back that connection.
Yeah, it just builds. So he's here. Both your parents are here.
My mom lives here and my dad lives here, of course, separated. Each one has their own families, you know what I mean? So
You're from here?
I'm born and raised here.
Okay.
Yeah.
When did they separate?
When I was born.
Oh, so your whole life.
Whole life.
Oh fuck. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, my kids, so I mean I'm divorced, so like
Right.
my kids they have to split time. Right.
Same with me and my I got a daughter who's 7, and me and her mom have been split since shit before she was even born.
Right.
Yeah.
So
It's one of those things, like, so I'm the offspring of something like that, except my dad never had time because he runs his own business. He runs his own funeral business. And so even my stepmom tells me, she's like, don't think your sister has all the time, like your stepsister has all the time too. She's like, she never sees her dad because he's always like working.
Yeah, he's gonna probably do the same with you. You're an ACOD, an adult child of divorce.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a bastard, but basically, yeah.
There's a movie about that. It's fucking hilarious. Hilarious.
We need to talk about this after.
But that's anyway.
But so
Why you say you're a bastard?
because my parents were married.
Oh, well, hey, listen, dude. You're talking to a guy. My mom had me a month before her 18th birthday, and my dad was 16. And like my real dad, who's like never fucking there. So I don't exactly come from the most functional, structured family, bro.
And that's the thing. You talk with people that are not open about it all the time, and then you find out you're like, we're actually pretty similar. Like,
Dude, the most interesting people have the most fucked up upbringings.
Yeah.
Right. Always.
You know what I mean? Or in one degree or another, you know. So, like, I was raised by my stepdad, who I consider my dad.
Okay.
So, anyway, to your story.
My stepdad's a piece of shit. Anyways, that's a different story for a different day. But so we're sitting there, and my sister's like, what am I? I'm 30, so she's 13. And she's like, I think I'm a sociopath. And I'm like, what in the fuck is wrong with you? Why the fuck would you say that? Literally just like that. She's like, I read the definition, and like, I feel like this. And I'm like,
She just WebMD'd herself.
okay. I'm like, okay, that's cool. And I'm like, I've always felt though, like, and she's like, I also saw narcissism, but I didn't like look into it. And I'm like, I've always felt like I'm a narcissist. And I read the definition. I'm like, she's like, I'm like, yeah, I feel all that. And my stepmom like looks at my dad, and she's like, you want to know who the biggest narcissist is at the table?
It's just all about
It's
you.
hereditary, baby.
It's hereditary. I
Can
feel
be taught
like it
as
might
well.
be.
Yeah, hell
I
yeah.
feel like it might be, and I feel like the moments that I've had with them are very narcissistic. Like he's very narcissistic.
It's all about him.
And he's been that way probably your whole life, right?
Right.
I mean, exactly.
As long as
it's
I've known him.
You learn these behaviors before you even realize you're learning them. You know, it's something that's imprinted on you at a young age. Like you always see kids who are like a piece of shit or they're terrible. It's like, well, wait till you meet their parents. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
But I'm
It
also
all
like,
makes sense at that moment.
but I'm also like, I try to control it. Like I have strong narcissistic tendencies when it comes to certain things.
Like,
But
what do you
again,
do?
Y'all just, well, hey, what do I do? What do I do? But like again, you meet somebody, and I don't know if it comes out all the time. Like you guys met me today. Everybody met me today, and I feel like I welcome everybody. I try to make sure everybody's taken care of.
Yeah, dude, you're very giving and welcoming.
Yeah, but not when it like. So here's one of the striking moments that like I.
Let me use your bathroom. You offered us beer.
Right. Why wouldn't I?
hospitality, where we come from.
Exactly. We're all from the South, kind of, right?
People think Missouri.
Mason Dixon, baby.
Mason Dixon. I'll tell you what. But one of the things I talk about, and I talk about in my latest episode, narcissism in my first Tinder date, is I always have a lot of friends that do like volunteer work, and they do like, I'm gonna go do Habitat Humanity on the weekend. I'm gonna go play with the fucking pets that are gonna die, like in the animal shelter or like the adoption agencies or like whatever, right? I'm gonna walk them, and like I'm like, wwhy? And they're like, well, just because like it's good, like right, like for no other reason than it's good. And I'm like, but why? Like, I don't understand. I want to feel like I want to do that. I've never felt like I wanted to help anybody else. I was also a single child. Like I feel like a lot of my childhood bringing has a lot to do with it. Like I was a single child until like for a very long time, and even then I was shunned. My grandparents always like treated me like a golden child. So like no matter what I did, right or wrong was always right. And like if I did something wrong, they're like there to console me, and they're like, here, we're gonna make sure it's right for you, right? So out of control of my life, and they just make things right.
So you've never been forced to work through anything difficult
Or accept the responsibility for
When
it.
I was younger, no. And so it develops this.
Yeah.
When I'm older, yes.
Right.
And like I have to figure
Well,
shit
life
out.
will make you do that, but if you don't go through those instances and force yourself to go through those instances, it's
Right.
harder to deal with them when life makes you do it.
Right, of course. Of course.
Especially
Right.
when there's nobody there to help you go through
And that's
that.
when people really break down.
I can completely agree, man. I've gone through my own self-inflicted problems such as DWI, weight problems, you know what I mean? I feel like my last relationship is one of those things. I feel like dating all my life has been one of those things. Like my
Yeah.
view of the world has been one of those
Because you
things.
don't want to go fucking walk dogs and shit on the weekends.
I feel like I feel like it's a big thing. I feel like being a humanitarian is a big thing.
So you're telling me you hate puppies, is what you're saying.
I think the larger is
only
just,
the ones
do you
that wanna
just
be
not care
adopted.
about people.
Yeah, I don't care about people.
See, I have an issue with that. Like I say this all the time. Like I'm always searching for empathy because, like,
It's always been a problem of mine.
yeah, I'm not very empathetic. I'm just like fucking deal with it, dude. Well, because when I go through hard shit, I don't whine about it. I get it fucked up.
Right. And
So you go do the same.
yeah, like
I don't feel sorry for people too often.
I don't, and I
I don't
can't.
think that makes you a bad person or a narcissist.
It's definitely a trait of narcissists to be full of self-centeredness.
Well, being self-centered and not feeling sorry are two different things.
True, that's why they're two different words. But when it's in a description of something that I can continuously look for and then can continuously do like personality tests, quizzes when I've listened to hours and hours of doctors talk about it. Like, I don't think I have narcissistic.
I'm not saying you're not. But
Yeah, I don't think I have narcissistic personality disorder. I don't think I'm that bad. Like, not at all.
You just have tendencies.
I have strong tendencies.
That are affecting like your personal relationships.
They affect my personal relationships. They affected shit with my last co-host. He was like, everything has to be about you.
Oh, so you're not very bending. You're not very flexible.
I try to. I want to be.
I got the complete fucking opposite vibe from you, which is why it's so surprising whenever he's over here telling us that he's narcissistic.
So I call myself a cognizant narcissist because I have to be.
Like you pick and choose who you like that with.
Yeah.
Oh.
But I try to be.
You take people for granted.
I do. Even family members, and I don't mean to do it.
And it's just all about like what benefits you.
Yeah. I've gotten that a lot. I've gotten even from my sister and my mom. They're like, you only contact me when this and this, and I'm like
when you need something.
Okay, I'm like, yeah, works the same with you too. Like, it's fucking phone's a two-way street, dude. Like, hit me up too.
Right, that's the relationship we've developed after all these years. What would you expect anything more out of?
Right, like, but then like that's fucked up. Like when when people are like, oh, do you love your mom? I'm like, yeah,
is it fucked up because it's family? Is that why you feel it's fucked
Sometimes
up?
I think people put too strong of a tie on that word family.
Title. I think it's outside everybody's outside perspective on what family needs to be.
Yeah, that's
so makes me feel a certain way.
And this is something we talk about all the time, like family, friends, whatever. It's like it's about who you have in your tribe and that you feel that connection with.
Yeah.
Like whether you guys are blood related or not. Like, you know, I have family that lives in the same town as me that I haven't seen in 5-10 years because it's like we're never going to have that relationship because we don't vibe like that. It's at the end of the day, it's like people are people, whether you have the same blood or not, doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know?
I had a friend say, he said like friends are family that you choose is kind of how he looks at it. And yeah, dude, for real.
It's exactly right. And to talk about the empathy thing, I talked about it again on my latest episode. Everybody go check it out for sure. But
we'll put that in the show notes.
Thank you, sir. Got you. Like the current job I have, I work in the tech field. And prior to that, I was a contractor for Facebook. Neither one of those, I have to like talk with people or anything like that. But every job before was a call center type job.
Yeah,
and I remember
those suck, dude.
Those suck dick. But like I'm really good with metrics.
ACW.
ACW can suck my dick. Yeah.
Dude, I used to sit there. I was on the phones less than everybody, and I'd produce more. So get off my ass, man.
Yeah, go suck my dick, like in the back, like right now. But also, don't do that. But one of the themes that came up in my feedback, every single job was, you're really great with customers. You guys make great connections. You got them laughing. Can you be a little bit more empathetic, though, at the beginning?
Well, you just don't feel it. You don't care.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
I have a hard time with empathy. Dude, I understand where you're coming from with that because it is a legit fucking struggle of mine, and I realized, and I think I've realized it just through just some of my plant medicine experiences of like how important it is, like we're talking about community, to like connect with people, and like that's why I started this podcast, because I want to connect with people and I want to have like conversations and like just sit down and just have this uninterrupted time that you don't typically have in everyday life, right? You know what I mean? So, and just being authentic and open and like willing to share, just candid, you know what I mean? And
Absolutely.
It's like showing that vulnerability, and like it's something that can be developed, and it's not easy, but I think it really is important, because I say that as somebody who it just doesn't, I don't naturally like people.
Yeah.
It just doesn't come to me. You know what I mean? But like I do really want to be that guy who's like super giving.
I do
and like
too.
but I feel like I gotta like have to give. So there's gotta be a little bit of selfishness there. There
does, but like I want to be a good humanitarian according to everybody. Like I want to.
What the fuck does that mean,
I was gonna
bro?
say to everybody. Why not to?
Yeah. Why are you so worried about what the fuck everybody else thinks?
The reason I think it all goes back to like childhood and stuff. I've always not felt accepted because of like
or
my
felt
weight.
enough attention.
Nope, I didn't feel enough attention. So like me having a podcast, it going as well as it did before I took my hiatus, everything, that's not good for my fucking ego. Like that's an ego inflator, and like shit would affect my I look for validation from that sometimes, even now. Like I'm having a bad day and I'm like, you know what, fucking like how many people saw my shit on Snapchat? Like how many people saw my shit on Instagram?
That's a common issue in life.
Yeah, especially now, man.
Looking for outside validation. It is a common issue. But nobody wants to sit down and deal with it, and nobody wants to sit down and think about it. Nobody wants to sit down and talk about it. Everybody just wants to go watch fucking Netflix. Everybody just wants to
scroll.
Everybody wants to scroll through their
Getting
problems.
that dopamine hit, man.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to scroll through their problems. I'm not looking for a dopamine hit. What I'm looking for is like, I want to know that my friends fucking know I'm important. I want to know that these people I've never even fucking met click like on my, like, I want to know. Like, they make me feel important, right?
Yeah. Well, that feeling of importance is dopamine being released in your brain.
Why you gotta be so scientific?
It's instant
Adam?
gratification.
Master's degree, homie.
Instant gratification.
Yeah, I want. It's instant gratification.
But you want both. You want the instant and the long term.
Yeah.
That's the serotonin.
Man,
That long-term gratification. You know what I'm saying?
I
That
could
feeling
take the drugs.
like, oh man, you just feel so good because you worked your ass off. But that's harder. It takes longer. Most
Right.
people don't want
So
that.
like,
why
I
it
feel
feels better.
when I feel that way, like, and I walk into the gym, I don't feel the same way when I walk out of the gym. Like, I fucking, you're an hour on the bag, you hit mitts, you fucking, run a little bit on the treadmill, you out there shadow boxing. Like, I feel like just combat sports in general, like, after a good training session, you're like, kind of everything don't matter though. Like, kind of everything is okay. Kind of everything's gonna be okay. Like,
Yeah, you just
fuck
feel
it.
good.
You feel good. I feel like more people need to do that. I feel
Yeah.
like more people need to
The violence out of them.
get the violence out of them.
People definitely need to move and fucking find a way to find something that makes them happy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I don't think people take time to do it. They think Netflix make them happy, and then they get to the end of the episode and the end of the series, and then they're, hey guys, what should I watch next? Like, they need the validation, but they also unfulfilled in life because they're basing everything. Their whole week, their whole 2 months have been spent in this world that's not even. They don't even exist.
Mm-hmm.
They don't live in the real world.
And they're interacting with other people about this world that doesn't exist. And not face to face. It's through a phone. It's through a social media site, and
It's at work. Like, the only conversation I'm having with you at work about the goddamn TV show. We can't have real conversations about like we're doing now, like at the water fountain. Like, why not? Because
Right.
nobody want to have those real. Nobody wants to be real with themselves.
You know what, dude? I'm so lost. I don't take in much content. I use that as an opportunity to let people teach me about shit. I'm just finally getting to the point where it's just like, no, dude, I don't fucking know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
I don't watch Netflix.
Go ahead and tell me. No, about anything. Listen, you understand. I only take in very limited information. Like,
Okay.
I know a lot about a few things, but there's a whole bunch I don't fucking know, bro. There's a
We're on the
especially
same.
on social media.
We're on the same
Dude,
path. Yeah,
there's a lot of people will start telling me about. I don't watch sports at all.
I don't either.
People will start telling me about things on the news. Things will tell me
I
about
don't know
different things that
nothing.
happen. I find out shootings through people. I
Yeah.
don't. Hey, did you see this?
Nope.
I don't know what you're talking about. Tell
I
me
can
about it,
super
please.
relate to you because
I don't fucking know.
I don't know anything about besides the world, besides my world, like, which is me and combat sports. That's all I know.
Dude fought for 10 years and hasn't watched fights
I-
by choice. And
We go to fight things. Like, we'll watch fights at a friend's house or whatnot, and like half the time he's talking to people. I don't even watch the fights.
he's
Right.
just there because it's a community event. You know?
That's it. I'm just like, all my people are there.
Yeah.
I don't fucking watch that shit. I don't know what's going on.
Right.
So it's a good opportunity to say to them to maybe connect.
Right.
Let
Right,
people-
it
let
definitely
people
is.
tell you about shit.
But like people in general don't take the time to do it with each other.
No, they don't. They don't. I'm just talking about me.
Narcissist. Narcissist.
Hey, listen.
But I feel
my
like a
show.
lot of I feel like a lot of
Goddamn right.
Well, yours too.
His too.
Hey,
Swapcast, baby.
baby.
swapcasting. But I feel like people don't address that with themselves. I feel like they
Yes.
don't take time, and I feel like also too a lot of podcast hosts have reached out to me and they're like, I feel this exact same way. Like,
Yeah.
for me to put myself out there is one thing. For them to come back and be like, I feel like this too. Like, thank you for talking about this. That's a completely different feeling, like, in itself. I'm not doing this for them, but also I appreciate it when I do hear it because it makes me want to do the next episode.
Yeah, that
and
feels
the next
good.
episode.
It feels good, man. Yeah, we were talking about this on the way here. Like, we all like to act like our individual experience is like unique, and it is to a degree, right? I mean, the things that you
To
go
a
through.
specific, and then
But on a grander scheme, like as a human, like not really. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like you're experiencing, heartache. You know, you
trauma,
experience
and
trauma,
death,
loss,
and-
happiness.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like community. There's like just these different general human to different degrees, right? So like I can't remember what the exact thing was, but it was like maybe you're in the hood and there's
And
gunshots going off.
You have to worry about gunshots every single night, and every time you walk out your door, somebody's trying to rob you or sell you crack or heroin or whatever, and that's a normal day to you. But you could be, this upper middle class nerdy kid who your biggest fear is that kid in the lunchroom who's trying to take your lunch money. But what's to differentiate the level of trauma that you feel from that
Could
experience?
be the same.
Right.
Yeah, exactly, because like that's the norm for you.
The stimulus is different.
Exactly, but the experience is exactly
The chemical that's going on in
Yeah,
your
the
head,
response
it's
is the
same
same.
shit. It's the
Exactly.
same shit.
So that's my point. As humans, we have this human experience. You know what I mean? So, and we're all trying to act like we're perfect, or everybody's trying to act like they're not going through shit. But it's just like when you're open and vulnerable, like everybody's afraid to do that for
Right.
some reason. You know what I mean?
That's
So it
part of
helps
what
people.
I want to start the series too, Unfiltered Bachelor. I want people to let me know as a podcast host, this shit ain't glamorous.
Yeah.
This shit is not
What happens
glamorous.
when you get a girlfriend?
We'll talk about that then too.
You
We'll
just
figure it
But
out.
you can't call it Unfiltered Bachelor.
Right.
anymore.
I would,
Show ends.
Show is. It's over.
that series ends. We got a new series going on.
It's like
I don't-
Degrassi, the next generation.
I'm gonna be Drake out of the wheelchair. I don't know, man. I'm not that far ahead, and maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't. I'm not there yet, but I think having this talk though, like with myself to the mic and expressing like these are thoughts of like a real podcast host. This is like half of
It's
it
a real
is
person.
It's a real
Yeah.
person. It's a real person, but like also add in the podcast thing. Add in all your daily life. Subtract the Netflix from the 90% of the people. Put in podcast time. Put in the time it takes to try and book a guest. Put in the time it takes to try and promote. Put in the time it takes to try and think about things and stay focused and stay consistent, right? And then throw in, okay, I just got out of this, so I'm going through this trauma as a human being. And then add in the fact that I want to get back out there. Actually, girls are there's a lot of good-looking ones out there that
Especially here in
need
Texas.
to beat
boy.
me.
You're in a good
right?
fucking city for it, bro.
Austin is the fucking city for it, and so getting thrown into all these new stimulus, like Tinder, Hinge. Apparently, I need to be on Bumble. Like
Bumble.
this new internet dating scene craze that I was out of the loop from for the last 5.5 years. It's kind of like throwing like Encino Man type shit, right? Like I got unfrozen. I'm like, ooh, I got a fucking club, and I'm
Feel
like a
like a
fucking
caveman.
guy, right? The fuck do I do? So that's the way I feel, man.
Yeah.
About just that's why I created that series, I should say, man.
Mm-hmm.
And the feedback that I've gotten has just been people like who have not tuned in, who don't like MMA, but they want to hear me talk, and then they hear it and they're like, "This shit's real, dude." Like I the outpouring of support that I've gotten over the last like 48 hours since I put the second episode up, it's moving to me. Like I'm like, I didn't know I had a heart. Like that feels good. Like
It does feel good to connect to people and share
Right.
those things.
Well, and it always makes you feel better to know that you're not alone. Like it's like at your deepest, darkest times, like to know that you're not alone and that there's people who are willing to respond and reach out to you, and that should make you feel better.
right,
You
and
know?
it definitely does.
It's because at the end of the day, how many of those people do you have a shared experience with? Like are relating to you about that exact same message?
Right, or I didn't know that I now know.
Yeah.
Right, and like, it just that makes me like maybe I will never want to pet puppies at a fucking adoption agency place.
Nothing wrong with that.
Maybe I would never fucking hammer a nail into a Habitat for Humanity. But is this my way of kind of giving
And
back?
that's all that matters is if you find your way of doing what you feel is right to give back.
Right.
Let's give it back, dude. Look, I feel like people like just don't judge yourself so harshly, right? Because I think about like the way I want to give back, and to do that, I think it'd be easier to have a lot of fucking money. I'm not trying to donate my fucking time. I'm trying to make a lot of money and write a big check. I bet I can help a lot more people with a whole bunch of money
Right.
than I can being broke as shit donating my time. You know what I mean? So, it's all
I'm
perspective,
completely
man.
with that.
It's all perspective. I don't think it makes you an asshole because you don't want to go walk dogs and pet puppies, because I don't like that shit either.
Right. It's not like you're out there saying you want to kill puppies and murder.
Yeah,
homeless
you know what I
people
mean? It
and-
doesn't
I'm not
make you a
doing
bad
that.
person.
Also, but like I don't give a fuck. Like I've lost plenty of friends. Like from like
That's a part of the journey. You have to lose friends.
Yeah, and you-
sometimes people are meant to be stepping stones in your life.
Yeah.
And like it sounds.
I don't like that
mean
term.
but it's true though. Like
In a way.
because like how many relationships have you had in your life that are gone?
I think the term stepping stone just it implies like you are using to rise above.
To rise above where you were at that time.
Yeah, but you're using them to rise above. It's like
I guess it's like you're using the experience, if anything.
Yeah, I just don't know if necessarily everybody's a stepping stone. It's just like maybe it's like everybody is just like maybe like a chapter, and some chapters close faster than others.
Yeah.
Some steps are bigger than others that you take.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just a stepping stone. But I hear what you're saying. You can explain. Did I cut you off? You can explain that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You get to this certain point in your life, and this relationship ends, or a relationship starts to begin. It's like, okay, well, here you are now, and now you're using this relationship or that experience to propel you to the next part of where you need to be, to level yourself up or go back down. That happens too.
But who's to say that particular thing is going to take you on to another thing? You know what I'm saying? I used to say, I still do, like, all things are temporary, and I guess temporary is relative. Like, that could be,
Well, because time is forever. Everything else
could
is
be 10
temporary.
days, could be 10 years, could be 50 years.
Right.
I mean, it's going to end at some point, you know what I mean, for one reason or another, right? But, like, who's to say that it will end, like, during your experience? You know what I mean? Like, maybe you end before it ends.
Right.
But I bring this up because, like, that was one of the reason part of the reason it's gone into like starting this podcast. Is like I had somebody reach out to my former co-host and was like, "Why does Blake sound fake on the podcast?" And I'm like, "I bet you the person that reached out to you was somebody I haven't talked with in the last, 5 to 8 years.
They just have this idea of who you are.
They had this idea. Of
You don't know me, motherfucker.
You don't know me now, though. Like,
right. To judge somebody from who they were, 5 years ago, you were 25.
I hate how we do that.
Right. You had this idea back when we used to party together, and now I'm this completely different person, and I express myself in this new way, and all of a sudden I have to be fake. Like I texted my co-host. I was like, I don't give a fuck who that was. I give a fuck about like what all this means to you. You know what I mean? Like, we're going through our own, struggles and shit as being co-hosts together. But, like, that impacted me because I was just like, why the fuck do people think I'm fake? Like, that, I take that to heart. Like, don't fucking think I'm fake. Like, I try to be the most genuine person as possible because I just do genuine like, I say what I feel.
Yeah.
I do what I feel. And then a lot of the time I try to do as positive as I can for anybody that's around me. Like, again, like, y'all come in and I try to put off as many positive vibes as possible. So that really bothered me.
Yeah.
And so I was like, maybe people need to get to know me
now and not who they thought you used to be.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And so that was part of the idea that went into the fruition of creating.
We like to do that as humans, right? We like to act like people can't grow and evolve and change.
Right. Like we can, but they can't.
They're just always a static thing.
Yeah.
Holding imaginary grudges.
I'm going to hold this image of you back from when I remember you. But then if I see you again, you're like, oh, that's not the way I remember you.
Right.
Yeah. Like you can't have gotten new information and change your opinion about something. Like, that's wrong. Right. We do that with politicians.
The only time that's acceptable is when it's your friends. And they're always continuously, like, on a journey, and they're on a journey. But if it's, like, somebody you haven't seen in, like, years and years and
you're
years.
like, oh, fuck that guy from 10 years ago in high school.
He's still a loser.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean he was a douchebag when he was 15? I bet.
Right. He's still a fucking douchebag. And you're like, oh, actually, he owns Huggies? You're like, fuck. Like,
damn, dude. He must have really come up.
But still, fuck him.
I remember that little douchebag.
Yeah, now fuck him now.
Well, fuck him, though. Fuck him and his diaper money. Like,
I don't know why we do that. It's the craziest shit.
But this is a human experience that I want to have. I don't want no longer like I'd love to. I still want to do MMA episodes. I still want to do shit like that.
Yeah.
But also, I want to have human experiences, and I want people to know it's okay to talk about this. To know it's okay to walk a journey with somebody, and to know what I'm going through, like, on a selfish level. Like, this is what I'm going. And you know what? I thought about this the other day, and I'm like, why is it so important what I have to say? Because for so long, I feel like what I had to say wasn't important to everyone around me. Growing up, man, like, I grew up in, like, a broken home with, like, my stepdad who, like, there was a lot of abuse that went on, my mom and stuff like that, even me. And so even in high school, like, I feel like that affected my, like, weight in high school. Dude, I graduated, I was 315 pounds, bro.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit, indeed.
What year was it? 2006?
2006. And
God
the lowest
damn,
I ever got was I was 181 right before I met my ex in 2012. So in 6 years, like, That's a crazy like.
What did that do to you? Like what was your experience like through high school? Were you picked on and shit?
I wasn't picked on because I was cool with everyone.
You're a funny kid.
Yeah, were you that funny? Did you make fun of yourself a lot? Just were you funny?
I was a funny kid. Yeah. Humor and wittiness got me a long way.
Diffuse the situation.
Diffuse it, and people were like, he's cool, man. Y'all know Cool Blake. But I never hung out with one group.
No, really?
I was never invited to parties until finally, like, the last month of, like, my senior year.
Really? What did you do?
I made beats. I used to do rap and produce. I got into production when I was 16, and I just took it serious. And, like, when Kanye West talks about, spending hours alone in his basement, like making 5 beats a day for 3 summers, I'm like, yeah, I know that life.
Yep.
I've lived that life. Like, I've sat down with like local rappers, and like all we did all day during the summer was like work on music, work on beats, be in the studio. Like I used to be a rapper, you know what I mean? Like I've lived the like going on tour shit. Like shit was crazy. Like even if it's on local scene, like I've done it. And so that was my way of expressing, like, I'm bigger than the world. Like, and you need to, like, I've always tried to go through something where it's like, I'm bigger than the world, and you need to hear me, and here's why it's important.
Mm-hmm.
Because I didn't feel that growing up. Like, graduating high school, 315 pounds, a virgin, and knowing that, like, the girls that you can never have, like, you're like they're never going to be into me. Like, this isn't like the movies. The movies glamorize, like, the lovable loser who like fucking gets the girl at the end of the day. Hey, that don't work like that, bro. Go on Tinder real quick. Girls ain't swiping on lovable loser. They're swiping on the hot guy. Like this is real life.
6 foot with a beard.
Right.
Yeah,
Did you ever have a girlfriend in high school?
I've never had a girlfriend in high school. I didn't have a girlfriend until I was 21.
Not really.
Oh, really?
Where'd you go to college at?
I went to ACC, so
What's
community
that?
college, Austin Community College.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
So and
At least you went.
at least
I guess. If that's
It's
important,
perspective.
if it's important to you,
I
think
didn't
that
finish.
was
I didn't finish.
I think that was the worst thing I ever did was go to college.
I burnt out. I burnt out.
I've been to college 4 times.
Yeah. See.
It's like it's just not. It's
not in the
for
cards?
Me. I love to learn. I don't want to be forced to learn.
I love learning too.
Yeah.
Just not
I
in a
just-
structured,
like, some of
formal
the stuff still
environment.
that
Not
I-
in a formal environment.
Some of the stuff still I learned from like psychology and music, like and even business principles of marketing. Like I can apply it like now that I have a podcast. Like I know how to run a lot of like engineering shit, and because I went through the classes, like I'm like, oh yeah, if I ever know what like audio and Audi and like aux and like all these terms and shit, MIDI and like I'll forever know what these terms mean, and I'll forever know how they connect, right? And I'll forever know how marketing like it's based on a number of things, colors, ideas, demographics, Like I'll forever know all these things, right? But like, do I really want to like?
Did you need to go spend money to do that in the age of information?
Yeah, like I mean, I guess.
Nope.
No, like then it was cool. Now you can go look a YouTube video. You can go look up podcasts.
You
And
read
you
a
can learn
fucking
everything
book?
you need to.
Everything.
Read a book.
Everything, all from your phone.
Right.
You can do it all from your hand. Mm-hmm. Right here. You don't have to step in a single classroom ever again in your entire life.
Right.
I think it was you that was telling me, if you boil it down, if you listen to enough Rogan, you can get a fucking PhD.
You can get a PhD.
You know?
Yeah, between a handful, yeah, dude. Rogan, Ferris, fucking. I mean, I've been into podcasting, probably listening to it hardcore, probably 4 or 5 years now, and especially in the health and wellness space, all the accurate information and the real time information is coming out through podcasts.
Yeah.
Not in textbooks. It's not
No.
the
They're
revised
not in
edition.
textbooks. No, they're writing books. But yeah, the people who are doing the work, doing the research, publishing these findings, like they're on podcasts talking about
live
these.
results.
But they're
Yes.
doing it too in real life, and they're doing seminars and like. You could do enough seminars, you could have a PhD. I think, like in certain aspects,
Well, you have people like Dr. Rhonda Patrick who has,
Amazing.
when she's on Rogan, I think it's better when she's on Rogan because I think he slows her down and she has a better delivery. But even on her podcast, like she has guests and whatnot. And like you're just getting the most high level fucking information you could be getting. Like if you like to dive into the weeds and the science and different things. So there's levels to this shit, right? But you can find the information. It's there.
Yeah,
if you want it.
It absolutely is. And so like that was one thing like I've discovered along the way. Like I don't need college, but I appreciate the experience for what it was. I burnt myself out though. I remember working 2 jobs and going and having 5 different classes in a summer course of 5.5 weeks. Like I like people are like, when did you like? I remember working 10 to 6 a.m., sleeping from 6 to 10, have to be at class at 11, being in class from 11 to 6, like working in one job from 6 to 10, and then doing it like multiple times. Like it was insane, dude. It was insane.
Yeah.
Grinding.
Grinding.
Yeah.
So take that, add 2 kids and full-time fighting training.
Right.
That like he hates to talk about this stuff. He's so humble when it comes to this stuff, but it's like that is a fucking serious.
Well, that's one of the
grind.
conversations I wanted to have with you. It's like you live the podcast life. That's one aspect.
This
But
shit's easy.
It's
a lot of work, but it's
you're
easy.
Your dad. I know you're a big jiu-jitsu player. You probably have a job. Like every there's life aspects that go along with it. I don't think that are talked about, and people don't think about. All anybody wants to think about when you do a podcast is like, this guy's a great podcast host, right? Like
I guess.
I hope.
Yeah.
Like that's the hope, right? And
Well, I
don't give a
guess
fuck
that's
if you
what they're
anything
thinking
is.
about. Yeah.
Like he's a podcast host. He's a guy. He's a guy's guy. Yeah, but like, okay, what goes into the guy's guy, right? What goes into the them
That
making
journey.
right? Nobody ever wants to talk. Like, it's not talked about enough. I don't say nobody wants to talk about it. It's not talked about enough.
Yeah.
It's not reflected upon enough. It's not revealed open enough. Like I do a podcast, people are like, ooh, you got sponsors and shit. Like, it's this glamorous thing. I'm like, no, bitch. Like, leave me alone. Like, this is not the greatest thing I could be doing with my time. However,
Joe, pause. Will you get me a beer, please?
can you turn that fan on right there?
I'll take one. Yeah.
Yeah.
The man.
Thank you.
The man.
Thank you.
We're talking to Joe Marquez, ladies and gentlemen.
Shout out to Joe coming and making this trip with us down to Austin.
He is a teammate of Justin and ours, trains at St. Charles MMA. He's a good guy.
I feel like we have 3 more in there. Yeah, we do. We definitely do.
Hey, yeah, well, we just volunteered ourselves to your beer. Thanks, bro.
I volunteered you to drink beer. How about that? I volunteer as tribute.
Loaded Joe's, baby. Swapcast. Swapcast. We got to.
I
Loaded Joe's,
appreciate it.
baby.
So, yeah. So
Okay.
I'm just going to take one. I don't know what I'm doing here.
I know which one I took.
Grab me. Yeah. Give me.
What is that one?
Put. Yeah. Put this one up and grab me the one that's in the box.
Is that an IPA?
No. These are all stouts.
They're all
They're all
stouts. Okay,
stouts.
good call. What kind of stout is that?
This is
Here, switch me.
Yeah. Switch you, and then I'll take that one.
Okay.
switch it up.
We'll do
Full
this.
grown
Yeah.
man.
Go for it.
Here you go.
This makes me depressed because I can't grow a beard as good as this.
I can't grow
Those
a
are
beard.
12% too, by the
Yeah,
way.
this is a full grown man beer. Holy shit.
Full-grown man imperial stout.
12%. Oh my.
Right, just take a moment, take a picture so I can put it on the gram.
You
right
absolutely can.
Absolutely.
Now. We're pausing here for a second, guys.
I mean, we can
It's
keep it rolling.
I haven't tried that yet.
Well, we're not
so I hope
really
y'all enjoy
pausing.
it.
I'm just saying this all goes.
Let me try this.
Try that.
I have not
motherfucker.
tried this.
It's
I
good.
saved one though.
It's good. Yeah, yeah. Let us clean you out.
Yeah, grab the Mexican hot chocolate one.
We're going hard. Yeah, come on, Joe. You can't just be walking super slow in front of the
In
thing,
and out of
man.
the shots, bro. Come on.
Man, this is a good episode, guys. We're learning a lot about life. I'm happy. What do you want to eat after this?
Dude, we're down for whatever. We just had In and Out. So
Oh no.
no.
Oh no.
You sound like a hater, bro.
I am a big In-N-Out hater.
If you throw that P. Terry's bullshit in my face,
Nope.
okay,
Nope.
thank you.
No. If I had to make first of all, I just don't like In-N-Out because they don't have.
Variety.
I compare them to Whataburger.
Whataburger? I told you they're compared to a Whataburger.
Yeah.
I
said
compare
that.
it to Whataburger, but only in the sense of 2 things. 1, they don't have breakfast, and 2, they don't have bacon.
I did notice they didn't have bacon.
If you don't have, first of all,
Okay, I
let
can
me
respect that.
Let me
I can
just compare
respect
you to
that.
bacon. You have no bacon, you're not a. Hey,
They were okay. I don't think they're worth the hype.
it's not worth the hype.
Dude, this is the first time I was like, I have to have In-N-Out Burger here
you
because
should try it though.
I was in San Francisco last weekend.
Yeah.
I've been in Vegas. I've been here multiple times. I haven't gotten it, and every time because there's a huge fucking line, and I want to wait. And I was like, I just got to get it. Luckily, the place we went to, no fucking line.
Yeah.
Perfect. Because it's not worth the goddamn line. Nope. I don't know why anybody's waiting in line for that burger. It's a good burger.
It's a
Don't get me wrong.
tryable, but it's not.
I've had better.
Go back,
It's good,
yeah.
though. I was
It's
underwhelmed.
the best fast food burger.
That's how he put
Well, it's
it.
because you haven't been
Well,
to Whataburger.
I'm sorry. I take that back. It's the second best because Habit Burger is the best fast food burger by far.
I will agree with that. I will agree with anything that's not In-N-Out.
Yeah, all I know is
a real
he
hater,
came in, he sat down, he
OG
looked at
hater.
me, he goes, "You look real underwhelmed." I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, "It's all
Shit
right."
tastes like it's okay.
It's not that bad,
It's
but
A-okay. You get a stamp of an A-okay approval. If you're going to compare it to Whataburger, Whataburger's better. It's just, again, you have breakfast, you have bacon. Any place that has bacon is already automatically better.
bacon's the way to
I
go.
don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if it's a place that's local to y'all. And you're like, it has bacon? Okay, great. It's already above In-N-Out. Like,
Yeah.
In-N-Out's not that great.
Yeah.
But
Dude, what were you saying earlier? I fucked this all up.
It's all right.
I was just thinking about beer.
we should. I mean, beer's good. Like, I'm a huge beer connoisseur. If you can't already tell, like I have.
Yeah, there's not a Bud Light or a Budweiser in that fridge.
But it's also
well, down here it'd be a Shriner. He'd have a Shriner bar.
Yeah, Shiner's fucking.
Shiner.
That's where
not
it's at.
Shriner.
But I have a. If I open my cabinet right there, if Joe were to go in there, open the cabinet, there's full of beers, like collector beers. Then I have over here on this side, right behind me, like literally behind my thumb, I have like 12, 13 collectible beers that I could crack open at any moment. Like, I'm a huge beer connoisseur guy.
I used to be like that too. And I don't drink very much.
Not fucking I.
I'm not a big drinker.
I'm a whiskey guy, so we've got like 6 different kind of whiskeys in the house right now too. One of them being proper 12. I'm a huge.
We gotta try it.
We do.
I'm a huge old-fashioned guy. I don't know if you guys are into
My man.
My man. Thank you.
At the moment, ladies and gentlemen.
like a fucking gentleman.
Like a god. That's a gentleman's drink.
Like a goddamn
Neat. You drink it
gentleman.
neat.
The girl drinks an appletini. You drink a goddamn old-fashioned. Like
Neat.
that's,
with
I don't
some
know.
with some
I just
good
know that word.
bitters.
I just keep using the word neat.
So it doesn't have ice, right?
You should drink it neat, right? Neat.
so
neat.
it's served with some meat, right?
Neat on the rock. I don't know. I heard it.
The glass is really clean.
It sounded really good, so
If you were to say-
I order everything neat now.
If you were to say meat on the rocks, you'd fuck up a bartender. He'd be like, "So you want it neat or on the rocks?" He's like,
2 glasses, please.
Yes.
Yes. Exactly.
Thank you, Tiger.
Here's an extra $1.
You serve it extra neat now, don't you? With ice, and you're like, "What?"
Yeah, dude.
That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, I don't know what we're talking about, but like human experience, that's kind of the. I think that's part of the reason why I started the whole Unfiltered Bachelor series, and I mean, I just hope people tune in and get an opportunity to try and figure me out, but also like walk through a journey. Like you listen to certain shit, and then you walk through a journey in your own head. You're like, yeah, I remember when I went through such and such. And,
Yeah.
And you see somebody else going through the journey too. Like when you watch a movie, and you're like, God damn, like he's doing this, but I remember I would have, I was.
This is what I did.
Well, that's why like sad, somber music is popular and sells, right? Because we all go through, low moments in time, and like it helps to like when you're sad, you don't want to listen to happy fucking music.
No.
It's the last thing you want to hear.
Right.
People being happy.
Right. Fuck y'all. Why can y'all be happy and not me? Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
fuck y'all happy.
Fucking
I'm coming.
weirdos, happy, smiling, shit, living a good
Fuck
life.
you, Pharrell.
Yeah, fuck that shit. You
Ain't
want to
nobody
listen,
happy
you
with
want to
that
listen to
happy-
somebody being sad and singing about some heartbreaking
I
shit.
think-
You know what I mean?
I-
Like because it makes you feel connected.
I think this is part of the reason why Post Malone is so big. Like people can hate on Post Malone all they want. I showed
I
my-
fucks the post. I be rocking
Yeah.
this shit.
Yeah, I know you do because I seen your Snapchat, bitch.
But like the people who like really really fuck with him, it's because of the deep cuts on his album. They're all like about his
Right,
life and
right.
his struggle. and
Which
his
is
pain.
weird though, right? Because he talks about how, or he had made the comment how you don't listen to hip hop or for some deep shit. But he's always talking about heartbreak and breakups and different things. And
he caught a lot of flack for that. But if you do like, so he was in Germany at a brewery and like had went on this big ass beer tour and he was wasted.
Yeah.
And they asked him that
I'm not
question.
holding.
Well, I know. I'm just saying he just caught so much flack because he said what he meant by that was that's not what he listens to.
yeah,
You
but
know
he was
what I'm
like, nobody listens to hip hop. Well, he just made too general of a statement.
Yeah, exactly.
So
He's
I'm
drunk and
just
rambling.
more so confused because I'm just like, why did you say that when your music
I don't think
shows
I
otherwise?
don't think he feels like his music is hip hop. Like
He's
in
from
one-
Austin, right?
He's from Waco.
Waco?
He's like an hour away from me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
He's. I mean,
that's where Baylor is, right?
exactly. I don't feel like he thinks his music is hip hop. Like I feel like he thinks it's it's some sort of genre between like rock and
Like
hip
some
hop.
blend or something.
Which I'm
I
kind
fucks
of
with Post.
okay.
He's supposed to be a really nice guy.
Yeah, dude. Like the interactions I've seen him with people, like he comes off like, "Hey, like how's it going?"
He just looks
I
like
bet he smells like
so bad.
shit.
Yep. See,
Yeah.
we're on the same page.
God.
Or either smells like shit, or Axe body spray.
Or
Which,
he's
okay,
just like
so
the
then
best
you
smelling
just
person
smell
ever.
like shit with Axe body spray.
So you smell like a 7th grade locker room.
Right, like
Doesn't
something
change.
like. But like I turned my roommate on. Like he's 37, but he looks like a fucking 32-year-old, which is great. We've got great Mexican genetics. But like I was like, you heard a Post, man? Like we will sit here and like smoke and like fucking drink and have conversations like this. And I'm like, you heard a Post, man? He's like, yeah. Like people like hate on him all the time. And like I don't fucking haven't heard him. I'm like, let me show you some real shit. And like when you show him like
Feeling Whitney, that song, dude. That,
well, like,
that would make me shed a tear.
Fall
damn near.
Apart.
Yeah.
What's the one? You probably think that you are better now.
Better now. Yeah, that's the shit.
What's the other one he did? Stay on the new album. That Stay. You heard that?
I probably heard it, but I don't.
Don't call on me to stay a little longer.
Oh,
And
yeah.
he's like all. It's like all acoustic almost the whole song.
It's
and
all
like
good
I
shit,
played that
man.
for my roommate. And he's like,
Boy
Now
can
here's
play
the thing.
guitar,
I
too.
would not go listen to him in public. Like I would not go see him live. I don't think his live show would be shit.
I do. I think.
I think a lot of that. I think a lot of that is editing and production.
Auto-tune.
He's very.
Well,
much
he even
auto-
says that though. He's audio. He's like, how do you sing audio?
He's like auto-tune.
Yeah.
He's like, but here's the thing. Like somebody like T-Pain used auto-tune all his whole life.
Hold
and then
on. You ever seen T-Pain in concert?
I was gonna say
He's actually good.
He sings really amazing.
He puts a fucking show on,
Yeah.
but every song is 45 seconds because all he does is features.
Yeah.
The feature god. But can you
Or he has somebody featured on shit, so
right.
you can only do one
can,
verse.
Can you name any solo T-Pain songs off the top of your head?
Is it not
Yeah.
Love and Stripper?
Mike Jones is on that.
But is it not his song?
I'm just saying,
sprung.
like, solely
No,
him.
I'm sprung.
That's the only one I can think of off the top of my head. That and I think that's it.
That's it.
Oh, I'm an asshole. Sorry, Blake.
You're good,
Good.
man.
Person.
Yeah, dude. Fuck.
But T-Pain, great live.
But when you show people like music like that has like strong emotional connections, like no matter who it is, no matter what ideas they had, like I'm getting him on Kanye West's shit, and I'm like, have your ideas that you want, be a Democrat all you want. I'm not here to change your political views. I'm not even political myself. What I do know though is people like Kanye West, like there's musicians that have changed the game. Base them off their music. Base Floyd Mayweather off his fighting career,
Right.
not off of what he did in the ring.
Good-
But
right.
Jon Jones, base his career off what he did in the ring, not what he did in the fucking outside the octagon. Base Kanye West's shit.
This is exactly what we were talking about. You know, we got coffee before we got here, and it's like these guys, they're people. Why do they have to be role models?
Right.
You know, they're out there to create and do their thing and what they feel they want to do. It's not their responsibility for you to be a role model. You know,
Right. And it's not being a role model. Like I feel like a lot of people too. Like so, I talk about this in the latest episode, the narcissism episode, where I feel like people like Kanye West, Floyd Mayweather, Jon Jones, even Charlie Sheen at that one point in time in 2011, they're narcissists.
Oh,
like
beyond.
they see the world in the sense that nobody else can connect with. But also, I feel drudgingly connected to that. Like I feel like I'm empathetic to that. I can understand why. I'm like, yeah, part of being a narcissist is you're above authority. You are your own authority. You answer to yourself. And when you do things like the way that these individuals do, people will consider he's a fucking asshole or he's a piece of shit. Okay, good. But he don't like in my mind, he don't have to adhere to the laws.
he creates his own
He
reality.
can create. He can do whatever the fuck he want to do. Let him do whatever. Stop him if you got a problem with it. You go stop him. If not, if you can't stop him and somebody else can't stop him, he can do whatever the fuck he wants to do. But people don't adhere to that. I adhere to that because I can understand that. I can understand. Like anytime Kanye West does anything even crazy, remotely crazy, I'm like, yeah, I can kind of understand that though. Like I can kind of get what he's. Even if I don't understand, like I don't like the message, I can kind of understand where he's coming from. And it's not that I want to. It's just like, no.
He's also
like
got
that,
a lot of brain trauma.
that,
though.
yeah, well, you know, but like Jon Jones, Floyd Mayweather, like anytime like something shit happens, I defend him to the T because I'm like, I can understand exactly why they did what they did. And I'm not saying that makes me a narcissist, but like to understand like narcissism and like to be empathetic to narcissists is a completely different thing when people think they're like the majority of people think Floyd Mayweather's a piece of shit. The majority of people that I know as MMA fans think Jon Jones is a piece of shit.
Huge piece of shit. I love Jon
Kanye
Jones.
West, like the majority of friends that I have, they think Kanye West is a piece of shit. But again, have you ever seen Floyd Mayweather fight? Have you ever seen Jon Jones fight? You ever seen Kanye West? You ever heard his music? You ever seen his music videos? The guy
heard his production. He sculpted most of our childhood. Nobody even knows.
Dude.
You know?
And here's the thing. He sculpted hip-hop as the way we know it. I was talking to my roommate about this. If you remember back, like the pinnacle point, there's two pinnacle points in Kanye West's career that got him to the point where he's at. The one was after he released the first album of College Dropout.
Yeah.
He went on and he was in the middle of releasing Late Registration, and he did the whole George Bush does not care about black people. 1 week later, Late Registration comes out.
And it's
one of the highest selling albums of all time.
Yep.
Because everybody, like all of a sudden people don't feel Kanye now. Like people want to forget like, oh, I don't feel Kanye. Like Kanye's he's a piece of shit. Remember
music is
back
amazing.
in 2005?
you can't. I don't think you. Can
I
make
can't.
anybody
I
better.
won't take away from the talent, but as a human being,
I think you have to separate the two, though.
You do.
do you?
You too.
I think so because
I think you can appreciate one without celebrating the other.
But then appreciate it fully. Like, people don't appreciate it at all.
I can appreciate the genius and the artistry, but as a human being, I think.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I think you have to separate the two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you can. Yeah, I don't think you necessarily let them being whatever they're not living up to in your eyes. Like, I don't think you necessarily let that take away from their artistry, right? I think you still give them credit where credit's due.
But here's the thing: people don't appreciate. Like, people don't go back. I've watched every single one of Floyd Mayweather's fights. Nobody. I can't think of a.
Well, those people don't understand boxing. I fucking box, and like I watch boxing, and like I see that shit, and it's like he's fucking
saying different things.
I tell people all the time, I'm just like, dude, his angles and he's just fucking phenomenal.
So I was talking about this with the owner of the gym because we were talking about boxing. He was an ex-boxer, and he was like, he's talking
spacing,
about
timing.
He's like, I'm 57 years old. He's like, when I go sparring now, motherfucker's like 6'5". He looks like a basketball player. He's like, yeah, I used to play basketball. He's like, good old boy too. But he'll go in there, dude, and don't let him. Like, when he hits the bag, he's not even. He wears fucking sandals, like flip flops, and this motherfucker's like, yeah, like the bag just fucking exploding every angle, and I'm like, I don't fucking like. Of course, the last thing you lose is power. So I'm like, when you're sparring and somebody were to get hit by you, it's be fucked up. But like, one of the things he talks about is like one of the biggest deteriorations I've noticed is like my reaction time. It's like my defense.
Yeah.
Right? I'm getting hit by things I didn't notice. And I'm like, well, part of defense, I feel like defense is just forecasting and reaction time. And Floyd Mayweather is the embodiment of forecasting and reaction time. And it hasn't slowed down at 40 years old.
He hasn't taken a lot of punishment. He's
been dropped twice.
No, he's not. Nope, you're wrong, sir. So, and the only reason I know you're wrong is because my nickname is Money Blake Weather, and I've researched fucking Floyd. His only time where he's had an 8 count is he fought Carlos Hernandez and he broke his right hand on his forehead and he took a knee. That's the only time he's ever.
Maidana didn't drop him?
Nope.
No, he rocked him at the end of the round.
So there's been 4 times where he's been rocked. It's been Zab Judah, DeMarcus Corley, Shane Mosley, and Maidana on the second fight.
Yeah. It was at the end of the round. That's what it was.
It was the end of the 3rd round. He faked it. He faked him. Floyd went in for the right, and he hit him with the right as soon as he came in. And Floyd's like kind of jitters back. Those are the 4 times that
That's
he's
it, though. He went toe-to-toe with everybody. You can't say Floyd ducked anybody.
Nope. No, you can't. And, like, the thing that everybody likes to bring up is, like, well, he didn't fight as much of a talent pool as, like, Ali or something. And, like, but here's the thing. They were all great. Everybody that Floyd fought was great.
Yep.
Only thing was they were great, but not as great as him.
Right.
He's a fucking fantastic boxer.
When he fought Manny Pacquiao, and people were like, yeah, Manny's old as fuck. And I'm like, oh, you do realize that Floyd's 2 years older than him, right? Like,
yeah.
I just need y'all to know. I just need you. I'm like, how old? Well, like, I had people like I'm friends with a lot of Mexican people and stuff like that. And I'm like, they're like, well, Floyd's old, like Manny's old as fuck. And I'm like, okay, go ahead and do me a favor. Can you look up Floyd Mayweather's age? They found it. Can you go ahead and look up Manny Pacquiao's age? They're like, well, he's 2 years younger. And I'm like, well, yeah. Like, your guy's a piece of shit. Like, your guy just loses all the time. Like, if you want a loser, like,
that's when he gave himself up to God. Is when he started.
Pick a fucking Ever since he found God, like, he's not been good. So
stop murdering people and banging hookers.
Stop doing hookers, cocaine, and alcohols.
He's back on the juice, though. He's back on the juice.
My God,
he starched Lucas Matisse in his last fight.
Right, like. But since then, like the one fight that I noticed he was on like EPOs or something was like the Miguel Cotto fight in 2009. Like, you look at that fight and Miguel's winning. Miguel's like winning. Like, you're like, he's doing good. And then all of a sudden, Manny comes out of in the late rounds and just starts. He
came up what? He came up what? 6 weight classes for that?
No, he came up like one.
Because he went up 8 weight classes.
He's an
total.
8 weight class champion. One of them includes like 120. And you're like, you come up from 120 to 154, and you're a champion in 8 of those weight classes? Don't make no sense.
I'm not against steroids. I don't think.
I'm not against steroids in the right context. Right, I'm not necessarily like boxing or combat sports. I'm not for it, but in life,
the right context.
I'm gonna use steroids.
Like
TRT, 100%.
I've taken TRT and HGH.
The male natural testosterone production starts to drop gradually after a certain age. Yeah, 30, and then progressively from there. So, why would you not?
Right.
It's a natural fucking hormone.
Yeah, I started taking test boosters and like HGH shit like this year. Like,
when I'm in my 40s, that's probably when I'll start. Probably about 40, I'll start.
It's just boosters, though. Like, I haven't gone to the doctor.
There are natural things that you can take that will have, help with natural testosterone production.
We'll talk about this later. I like this. But
It's all good.
I'm all for like the work of artistry versus the actual person.
Yeah.
Right? And so that's what I was comparing like Kanye West to. If you remember before Kanye West, like the pinnacle moment was one of them I just talked about, the Mike Myers thing when he was there. George Bush doesn't care about black people.
I remember
How
that,
many people
like it was
were on?
yesterday.
How many people were like, yeah, George Bush? Like how many people were on Kanye West when he said that? They're like, thank you for being a real American. And now all of a sudden they're shunning him because of what he said. I get it, words and stuff.
Listen, dude, he's acting a goddamn fool, bro.
He
Is
really-
acting
Okay,
a
but you
fucking
also gotta
fool.
take-
I don't use the word Uncle Tom a lot, but
You also got to take.
Jesus Christ,
You got to
dude.
take into the consideration
This
that
motherfucker's going crazy. He looks like Wesley Snipes in motherfucking, what was that movie with?
New Jack City.
No,
No,
man.
he got platinum hair. Oh, Demolition Man.
Demolition
Oh,
Man
that's
looking
my
ass
shit.
motherfucking ass with his hair.
But let me touch on
Riding
the second
Trump's dick. How's it
part
taste?
of Kanye West's career, where it was a pinnacle. In 2007, when he released Graduation, and 50 Cent released whatever the fuck album he was going to
that
release.
was Massacre.
So remember when they were like, whoever outsells the other person
Has to retire.
Has to retire to hip hop.
Who is this with?
50 Cent.
50 Cent and Kanye.
Because
And they went head to head too. They went press conference. They went like
I don't
face
remember.
to face.
Who won?
Because at
Who
the
won?
time,
Kanye?
Kanye West.
Kanye had to have won.
but 50 and 03 to 07, 50 was right there with Kanye.
So 50
He was the man for a
almost
while.
untouchable.
So the lead singles
I
that
don't
battled
fuck with
each other
50.
were really Good Life and I Get
I don't
Money,
think he's a good person.
I Get Money,
That was trash.
I Get Money, 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 I Got. But like that was the lead single off the
So that was
album.
Curtis. That wasn't the Massacre. That was Curtis.
Okay, so then because Massacre was the second album, so
I didn't
Curtis
like
was the
that
third
shit
album.
either.
So anyways, they did a head-to-head. They did press conferences. Either one had to step off of hip-hop, so they released the albums at the same time. And within a week, Kanye sells almost 1 million. And I think Curtis only sold somewhere between 650 and 700. And people were like, "This is the new era of hip hop. Is no longer you have to be a gangster.
Right.
You have to be hard. You have to do this. It's now you can be."
Well, 50 wasn't a gangster anyway.
Yeah, he put the
a
moniker
little
off
bitch.
that he was.
Doesn't drink, doesn't smoke, raps about
No.
all that
But
shit.
I got shot 9 times. I'm like Mini Man. It's like,
That's cool. And then the guys who fucking retaliated for him, you shun, and you moved to Connecticut and you can't even go home anymore. Fuck 50 Cent.
this is
I say
exactly
this
it.
to this day. Fuck that dude.
A lot of people didn't know that then. You
Right.
have to,
He's a bitch.
You have to think in 07.
He's a bitch.
Yeah, we
You're
didn't have
you're gonna-
smartphones. We
You're
didn't
gonna
have
have you're
iPhones
gonna
yet.
have some hard ass riders actually ride for you, and then you turn your back on them.
Right.
And you
And
put
I-
out cases on the people like with Ja Rule and Irv Gotti.
And this is
put
why he
restraining
can't
orders
go.
on
And this
them.
is why he has to live in Connecticut and can't go home. Fuck that dude.
I agree with you. But at the time, 50 represented an
50 was
era
hot.
of hip hop.
That's true.
That was
He was fucking hot.
That was
He was
gangster.
hot.
You have to be gangster. You have to be
G-Unit,
this.
they're all
Yeah,
hot.
you have to ride or die, right? Kanye came in. The first ever track that you remember hearing him was Through the Wire. And the first ever line goes, "I drink a Boost for breakfast and in shit for dessert. Somebody order pancake. I just sip the
The
scissor."
scissor.
Yep.
Yep.
Think about that. Those 2 lines, though.
Yeah, man.
That is comedic value, but also it's real. But
It's,
also
it's his struggle. It's everything that
lines.
he's
In
going
two
well,
through.
then when you
fucking
when you even
lines.
when you just break down like the structure of the rhyme and like what syllables and words he's rhyming.
and you don't even have to do that. Like just the first 2 lines.
But that's what a lot of people do.
Yeah.
Right. And but like you think about this. One is a gangster. One is coming. I'm comedic. I'm deprecating myself. I'm making fun of myself, but I'm also being real with you. He created a whole new genre. When people voted with their dollars that say, "My money's going to Kanye West," this now pushed
Because
the
now
thought.
everybody can relate.
Now the idea of making music that people can relate to, this is a real thing. And so now you have artists that have opened the door, like have got the door open for them. Like 2 of my favorites, Childish Gambino and Lil Dicky. You have the door wide open for them because now what's commercially acceptable is being self-deprecating, being funny, but being real. Right? Being honest, being open, and you don't have to do it in this gangster way. You don't have to come off as hard. Like you can just be you.
Right, and I don't think it's just Kanye didn't do it for music. He did it for hip hop.
He did it for hip hop.
He did it for hip hop. He completely.
I don't know if Kanye did that for the game. I think people were doing that before.
Slick
Rick was
commercially
doing
viable,
was
though.
doing
that's the point.
I just said it.
nobody
I
hit
just
the
said
pinnacle
Slick
point.
Rick was killing it. He was making funny ass raps all the time.
Right. But
Too short talked about
nobody hit
fucking
the
pimping
pinnacle.
hoes and doing
the
funny ass
pinnacle,
shit.
though,
The
is
pinnacle
what we're
is
saying.
what I'm bringing up. The pinnacle, the point of where commercialism meets this version of hip hop was at Kanye West, and there was nothing nothing sold like that before, nothing caught on like that before Kanye made it cool. Kanye made it cool for Lupe to be Lupe. Kanye made it cool for Childish to be Childish, right? Like if you're a fan of
because that's even when Jay-Z started rapping about like more than just drug dealing and his struggles as a man with Beyonce,
exactly.
And, his childhood and stuff like that.
Like one of his hardest verses, if you think about this, is on Kanye West's album Diamonds Are Forever.
Yeah.
Because he kills Kanye on Kanye shit and didn't even intend to kill Kanye. And Kanye talks about it. He's like, my big brother killed me on my own shit. And I'm like, fuck. Like, you think about this. Like, he brings the best version out of Jay-Z. And not only in just that song, but in every time he makes a verse. Like,
shout out to Jay-Z for putting Kanye on, man, for real.
And here's the thing. They signed Kanye.
Kanye put Kanye out.
Kanye
was making beats for way before then, and he was trying to get on verses before then.
So they signed him.
Well, Jay and then would just laugh his ass off and put him on the shelf.
Yeah.
Right. So they signed him. Rockefeller signed him after a deal with Columbia didn't work out, or Capitol. A deal didn't work out, and they were like, we're going to sign you, but what we're going to try to do low key.
That Miracle
Whip line. We're going to throw a camera on every track.
Well, what we're going to do is we're going to sign you, and we're going to say, yeah, produce everything. Yeah, we'll put your album out. But like keep producing the tracks, right?
Yeah.
So we're basically signing you as a producer.
Right.
We're never gonna release.
Just making beats. Dude, he had said something like mayonnaise bins that push Miracle Whips.
Yep, on Last Call.
Right.
Dude, that was such a.
He said he played People Jesus Walks a million times. That and nobody wanted to sign him.
Yeah. So he played that, and he was like, "This is the greatest song of all time." He lost a deal with Capitol because he played it, and he was like, "This is gonna be one of the greatest songs of all time." And they were like, "Okay."
Yeah.
And
they're like,
give us some time. Give us some time to talk about it. And as he walked out, he could hear everybody laughing, and like that's the sign. Like that's a sign of visionary, but also signs of narcissism. As like you're super narcissistic. You're like,
he's crazy
my
as
shit's
fuck,
the best
bro.
shit in the fucking world. But also,
you have to be at that level of greatness.
You do have to be. But then there's a level of OCD that I'm starting to find out. Like if you want to reach that level, if you want to reach all your narcissistic dreams, you got to start having OCD. And like that's another fucked up shit that like. You see in different degrees and shit, but like to stick on Kanye West, change the game of hip hop as we know it. Like,
yeah, I agree.
At this point, like with my argument, I feel like I have to say all this because we've all lived it, and then you're like, when you look back on it, you're like, yeah, you're kind of like there was no Lupe there.
Well, to the degree that you're putting it, I've never thought of it to that magnitude. I will agree with the statement he changed hip hop. Now to the magnitude. I gotta fucking marinate on that a little bit because you guys are throwing out some big shit right now. I'm not closed off to it.
There's some good rappers that are out there now.
But I'm sitting here thinking about like you might be right. I'm just trying to think of some silly ass shit. Like I don't.
And you can't name anybody over the last 15 years that's got a better discography than Kanye, front to back, hit for hit.
I don't know about that one,
Rapper-wise?
Sure can.
5 albums?
So this brings me to an earlier rapper I want to talk about, Ludacris, because we were talking about features. I feel like he actually kills features more than he does his albums, but
You're absolutely right.
Every fucking album is fantastic. And his catalog, he probably has like 8 albums.
Chicken and Beer.
No, so Back for the First Time.
Yep.
I can't remember the second album, but that was a good one.
The one with Rollout and everything on it.
Yeah. And then Chicken and Beer, and then Red Light Districts.
Pause you right there real quick on Red Light. So I should have stopped you on the second album. I saw Ludacris here live. I think it was the summer of 2000. Summer maybe 2001. Let me tell the show lineup. Fabulous featuring Lil Mo, like when Fabulous and Lil Mo first did that song Superwoman.
Oh shit.
Angie Martinez was next. Olivia. Ludacris opened for Run DMC.
Oh wow,
that's a show.
I saw Run DMC when they were still alive,
nice.
And Ludacris opened up because he had just released. You said Roll Out, and I was like, he just released that. And Southern Hospitality.
Yes,
Southern Hospitality.
Yes,
He also has something the movie, Making the Movie of the Mind. That was actually a really good album.
Whatever album had that, I feel like slapping somebody today, slapping somebody.
I don't know.
That song he did with Lil Wayne?
But dude, I almost love all of his fucking albums. Dude. He's like a silent killer, bro. Like he just puts
is tough, man.
Classic album after good album after good fucking album.
But none of them have caught on
to artistry wise and consistency as Kanye.
I'm not saying he's on Kanye's level, but I'm just saying you're talking about just consistent good fucking albums.
I'm saying you can't name a better discography than Kanye's over the last 15 years.
God, man.
Solid front to back, track for track.
Oh, golly.
5 albums. Right, 5
He's
albums
so
now,
good.
and you know what? You
He's
can
so good.
You can take out
my favorite.
Life of Pablo and Yeezus.
You know
Throw
who,
those away.
You know who one of my favorite people is who puts out good albums, but I don't think it would compare is DMX. DMX, at least
DMX is a real motherfucker,
and he has a lot of really good albums. At least his first 3 albums were killer as fuck.
He was on drugs, baby.
He's always been on drugs.
Yeah, he's still on drugs.
God,
still
dude.
on drugs. Still running from the police on probation.
Yeah, dude. I don't know, man. I would. So
Release Therapy was the album. I'm thinking.
Oh yeah, Release Therapy.
Release Therapy was one of my favorites.
Is that great album.
Is that the one that has the song with Lil Wayne? That's one of my favorites. So I don't know why.
Dude,
I can't
that's
say
what I'm saying. Ludacris has been killing. So also, and Lil Wayne, people argue Lil Wayne.
No.
People argue that all day.
So
Lil Wayne hasn't changed it. Like here's the thing.
His lyricism is insane though.
It is great and all fantastic. Like it's a lot of the punchlines. His punchlines changed the game. But like I just again the only reason I brought up Kanye was because of like the outside. Even Lil Wayne did this. Once Kanye released 808 and Heartbreaks, Lil Wayne wants to do rock and roll. He wants to do rock and roll, and you're like,
okay, well either way, Kanye's fucking crazy now.
okay, that's fine.
As a human being,
that's fine.
The goddamn Kardashians.
Okay, that's fine.
Fuck you
not
up.
only that. Not only that.
They'll fuck you
so
up, dude.
he was in that major car accident. Like that's what sprung his career, right? What's to say that didn't cause him major brain trauma? It almost killed him, right?
I don't
Maybe
think it
did.
caused major brain trauma. What I did is
It probably did, actually,
We
I think
watched
about it.
Through the Wire music video last night, and I go, you have to think about it like this. I'm like, as a self-diagnosed narcissistic high trait person.
Joe, if that's your phone, bro,
That's mine.
that means you're not recording.
Oh no.
So anyway,
Are we not recording?
probably not. Not video. It's okay.
Okay, we got the audio. But like somebody that diagnoses himself with high narcissistic traits, when you beat something like death, you've beat it all.
Yeah, but I think Justin makes a good point. He probably has some serious brain trauma.
It could be.
No, there's no could be to it. He fucked his head up. There's some serious brain trauma there, and then you start compounding it with the narcissism, with the life, with the alcohol, with the lack of sleep.
What is
Because
it?
you know he's not getting good sleep.
And what has he always talked about? Who was his rock? Who was his biggest influence?
His mom.
His mom.
Who fucking died under the knife.
And you know why? Because she wanted plastic surgery that he paid for, and she died. So
that fucked his head up.
He's got to feel some contribution to that.
So you beat.
Did you hit play on the record?
I think so. Let me double check.
You beat when you
we
beat
can always
death,
figure it out.
I could get it. So you got a high impact concussion, high impact brain trauma.
Dude, TBI is real.
I'm not
Traumatic
doubting
brain
it.
injury.
I'm not doubting it. Like
CTS.
there's a reason I don't spar anymore either. Like
Or CTE, rather.
CTE, bro.
Yeah.
CT something.
Fucking brew.
Those are good, huh?
Yeah, dude. God damn.
My man.
12%.
This ain't no bitch shit. This ain't no bitch shit, Joe.
Anyway, continue.
I will give you this. CTE compounded with. He probably already had narcissism. Like he already had narcissism.
He's a weird fucking dude.
He had.
Oh, storage is full. That's all right, man. Hey, we're working with it. We got something.
Technical difficulties.
Is it still recording though?
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
we're
that's
good to
fine.
go.
That's fine. It's just video. Video's not the most important
Yeah.
thing anyway. I make it work. It's okay.
Yeah. But like so high impact brain trauma
why I should use my
compounded
phone.
with narcissism compounded
Two.
with OCD. Because and the only reason I think he has narcissism and OCD, obviously we already know he has narcissism, but OCD, his one of the most important albums that I've ever heard in all my life is what is the one?
My Beautiful Dark Twisted
My
Fantasy.
Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
That album right there has a special place in my heart more than anything
But
else.
do you know
one.
how he recorded this whole album? It was in 3 weeks in Hawaii.
I did not know that. I knew he shot it. He wanted to record it as a movie. Is how he wanted to be seen.
3 weeks in Hawaii, he flew out numerous artists and numerous producers throughout a 3-week period, including, of course, Elton John, Nicki Minaj, John Legend,
Bon Iver, Sci-Hi the Prince, Pusha T, Jay-Z,
Rick Ross.
Rick Ross's best verse ever, Devil in a
Monster?
New Dress.
Oh.
Devil in a New Dress. That's
I don't like that album. I don't like that. I don't like him on there. I don't like him on there.
I'm not a fan of him.
Rick Ross.
Oh,
Yeah.
He's consistent.
His music is good. I just don't like
Consistently
him as a
okay.
He's consistently okay on everything.
See, and
Yeah.
this is where I'm judging him as a person sometimes and not separating it from his music because I just think he's a fraudulent ass dude.
That's definitely true.
That's 100%
He's selling
true.
a persona.
He's
That's
selling
all he's
someone
doing.
else's persona. It's
Yeah.
not even his
That
own.
was in jail.
He's a fucking correctional officer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that stole somebody else's. He's
A real life drug dealer.
Let me steal your story. You know what I mean?
I hate that shit, man.
I do too. I'm with you 100%.
But he goes hard, man. I loved his first
Right.
album. Port of Miami was such a
Hustler
good
and
album.
shit. Like
More than that,
push
yeah.
it to the limit.
It was just so good. I just like the whole
but
album.
like so Kanye West, he did basically, it was a 3-week. He called it like music boot camp, and you'd be up from 4 to basically like 4 p.m. You'd have to produce and rap from 4 to 4. And before he would be like, we'd wake up at around like maybe 10 to 12, then we'd go eat, then we'd go work out, you know, maybe go swimming, and then we're going to the studio from 4 to 4. And like they were like, maybe he'd get to sleep on the couch for 30 minutes, and then he'd go to another studio. Like, so he rented a whole studio, and he'd have basically a thing like this, and he'd have another room he'd go to, and they're working on another song. He'd got another room
Hop
he'd go
around.
to. And he would just boo, 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 boo. Okay, it needs to sound like this. Okay, it needs to go like this. Okay, it needs to be like this. And then
He's
he'd
a
go to
true genius.
like he is a true genius.
Yeah.
Especially and there's a podcast that talks about this, and I'll shoot it to you. Like it talks about the whole album, because prior to this, if you remember, right before this is when he interrupted Taylor Swift.
Yep.
And it was like, yo, Taylor, you great and all, but
You know,
Beyonce got the best music video of all time.
And remember the glasses.
What the fuck
remember
was
the
he on,
Kanye
you
West
think?
glasses? Acid. I think he was tripping.
But on on
So he was. Oh, you're good.
I think he was like I think he was on ecstasy and maybe tripping acid.
So they showed a bottle of Hennessy that he was walking around with at the beginning of the night. And then when he goes up there, like right before he goes up there, he hands it to somebody. It's like this low. And they're like, oh, he was drinking straight the whole time. And he was with Amber Rose.
Oh boy, so they was on the. That's the night he licked her head. That's the night he licked her head on the red carpet. Yeah.
So he took time off. He's like, I moved from. He's like, I couldn't deal with everything that was going on. I went to Italy for a few weeks. I went to Japan for a few weeks, and then I decided I needed to do an album.
Yeah.
Like, he's decided I needed to put it out there like this.
It's amazing.
And like this and this is why I so much like align myself with people like this, because in a way, we all think maybe he's a piece of shit, whatever. He's a narcissist. He deals with his problems head on in this album. He deals with everything head on.
Everything.
Just like the time when Charlie Sheen, in 2011, when he thought himself of like a god, basically. You know, I Tiger Blood
Tiger's
Adonis.
blood.
Tiger Blood Adonis. He's like, I'm a fucking warlock warrior. What does that mean? I don't know. I'm a Vatican assassin, right? And nobody knew. But he went to the media. He did like 5 different interviews head on and like didn't give a fuck. He's like, yeah, I'm smoking. Yeah, I'm drinking. What are you going to do about it? Yeah, I'm crazy. I don't care. But like facing your problems head on, this is what I'm trying to – this is my magnum opus with my podcast is now the Unfiltered Bachelor series. And, like, that's what I'm trying to create with this. I want people to know, like, from my own vision and my own works. Nobody thinks I'm an asshole. Like, I've never met anybody – actually, I have. I do. And there's a lot of girls who think I'm an asshole because of my narcissism. And it's fucked. It's fucked, dude. And I ruined one of the good things, like, because of that. Like,
I think you need to quit calling yourself a narcissist.
narcissism tendencies?
I think it's important that you accepted it and you're trying to move forward, but I think if you keep identifying with it, you always will. You got to simply, I think you have to transcend past that and quit calling yourself that and start having more positive self-talk and identifying as something other than. Because otherwise you'll always identify with that.
Well, I think a true narcissist doesn't acknowledge that either.
They would not. So because you acknowledge it, I would argue you're no longer.
Well, there's variances.
Maybe tendencies.
There's variances of narcissism and being a narcissist. Like there's variances of it, and I feel very much like it's covert narcissist, which is somebody like that will take advantage of people to the best of their ability, and they'll never know it, and they'll play coy to the idea of like, no, I'm not in. Like I'm everything about you. Like everything's going good about you. And you'll never know it until they get what they want, until they got what out of it what you want. And maybe you feel good at the end of it, maybe you don't. But like you'll never know along the way that like this person just tried to direct you the whole time into really what you thought was your vision, but was their vision the whole time. And I've done that so many times in my life, like when identifying to a covert narcissist, like not identifying to a vain narcissist, right? That's somebody that stares at themselves and they can never have imperfections. That's a vain narcissist.
That's a real narcissist.
Yeah.
That's the highest perspective. Like
why does it have to be a spectrum of narcissism?
That's what I was gonna say. I think you're breaking too far down on the gender spectrum here.
Why does everything got to be a spectrum? Why can't it be just it is or it isn't?
So it's either I don't have narcissistic personality disorder. I don't have.
Maybe you have narcissistic traits that you can work on.
So then
maybe you're not a full-blown narcissist. That's the point.
I don't know, man.
Man, I don't know, man. I mean, you don't. I think we're all a little self-deprecating.
I am to a point of where when I don't take.
I think maybe your girlfriend told you you're a fucking narcissist and you believed it. My girlfriend used to tell my ex-wife used to tell me that I'm selfish. You're fucking selfish, Adam. You're so goddamn selfish.
But you know what you want?
Well, yeah, I had selfish tendencies because you know what? Yeah, you're right. I am selfish because you know what? I can't take care of others until I can take care of me. So you know what? I'm fucking grinding. I'll sacrifice things. I've missed family reunions for fucking fighting, bro. Like I put everything into it. So like, yeah, you do that. That should be not on, but we. You fucking miss things, dude. You like it's just you have to. Yeah, maybe in context there are some selfish things, right? You have to be selfish to a degree, but that does not make me a selfish person.
Adam Meredith, I don't want to be a narcissist, and I've never thought of myself.
I don't think you are. That's my point.
And I do.
I think maybe you've had tendencies.
I have very strong tendencies.
Yeah. Okay. So maybe what I am saying more so is that maybe you were. Okay. Maybe that is true. Okay. But to move forward past that, I don't think you can keep identifying as a narcissist because eventually to get past that, you can no longer be a narcissist, right? So at a certain point, you have to have more positive self-talk and say, I am no longer a narcissist, and you have to accept that. So until you can accept that, you won't be. Right. But you have to accept it, and I think the beginning of accepting it is the deliberate talk that we use.
And I think this is a great talk that we use, but when something like a narcissistic trait, when narcissistic traits come out in me and fuck up something like an opportunity, like I was telling you, like right
it doesn't mean they're not there.
It means they're strongly there.
Yeah, it doesn't mean they're not there, but I think but the words we use and the self-talk that we have are important.
The post talk to myself that I did on the podcast is something completely different from the experience that when I was in the moment.
Yeah, but our daily talk is what I'm saying.
Right, like
you have identified to us that you are I am a narcissist. That's what you said. I am a narcissist. As long as you identify with that, you're right. You are a narcissist. But eventually, you have to no longer identify, even though you have the narcissistic tendencies that you're working through. And there may be relapses. At a certain point, you have to no longer say that I am a narcissist, but maybe I was a narcissist, and now I am working to be better. You have to have a different self-talk and a different view and lens on that. You know what I mean? Because you can't keep accepting that you're a narcissist because if you do, you fucking always will be.
Because you're never going to change that fact.
And here's the thing: whenever those narcissistic tendencies come out, you'd be like, "Oh, well, that makes sense. I'm a fucking narcissist.
Right?
Of course,
you're justifying that for yourself.
I'm a narcissist. Of course, I did that. But at a certain point, it's like, I'm not. Why did I do that? I'm not a fucking narcissist. I used to be. Why do I have to be anymore? I don't. I'm not.
No,
I'm gonna do something better. So there's no real healing process until you close that chapter.
I don't feel like the healing process could begin until I lay this down on wax, so to speak. Like until I hear it back like 100,000 times, and I'm like, I don't want to be like this. I don't want to be like this.
You are not like this.
This is me talking to myself.
Yeah, you got to own it.
Well, and I think a lot of it isn't thinking that I don't want to be like this. Your focus shouldn't be I don't want to be like this. Your focus should be this is how I want to be. Like
and this is who I am.
When you go to the gym, your motive isn't I don't want to be fat. Your motive is I want to be healthy.
Right. This is visualization at its best.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is. It's
you say what you do want in the universe, not what you don't want. Because if you say what you don't want, you're going to become what you don't want. I totally know this. And so like my whole thing is until I put this down, until I thought about it, when I went back, I was like, maybe I don't. Yeah, I thought exactly like you did. I'm like, I just really have strong narcissistic tendencies, and like my last shit that I fucked up on as far as an opportunity for like dating somebody.
Yeah.
Last strong opportunity, it didn't pan out because of strong narcissistic tendencies that came out.
Yeah.
And I didn't mean to blame it on it, but what I also was like, but I think this is my.
You have to acknowledge it. It's important.
It's an acknowledgement of like this is my traits and this is my mindset. Are we gonna kill this time?
No, we're fine. Um.
I'm just gonna plug it in now. Not
Oh,
the videos.
plug that shit in, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're running low on batteries, ladies and gentlemen. So we're all right. Here we go. All right, and we're back. All right, so
BACK.
we tried. The batteries were flashing. They almost died.
We made a mad dash and the bomb went off.
We were just too short.
It all exploded.
And I should have bought better batteries. I bought cheap batteries from Dollar Tree, so that's my fault. No, I know what I was gonna say though. I've been over here racking my fucking brain what I was gonna say, and about positive self-talk. Because I say this because I fucking suffer from. I'm not a fucking victim, but like, I constantly have to work through maintaining my positive self-talk because I talk very negative to myself. I don't celebrate wins. I don't celebrate small victories at all. Like, it's just like, yeah, so fucking what? Like, keep moving on. Like, bigger goals and like bigger fish to fry. So I'm always searching for the bigger thing. So I don't celebrate small things. And then like I realize how important your positive self-talk is because I personally am always telling myself, bro, you're fucking up. You got to do more. You're not doing enough. What the fuck you doing? You're fucking up. I constantly tell myself I'm fucking up. And that starts to manifest in other areas of your life, and you will subconsciously start fucking up at things, right? So it's like positive self-talk is just so important.
Right. No, it absolutely is. And it's like you need to do that to yourself, and people don't do it.
Well, I think that's why people pray.
Yeah,
that's exactly like that's why people think religion works.
Self prayer. Yeah,
it's all
self-positiveness.
Because when are people praying for bad things?
Right.
Never.
Right.
They're praying for their undying wishes to happen. It's like you put those positive thoughts out there, that energy attracts.
But
you gotta
put fucking action in.
But you actually have to do it, and like that's why you see people who are really religious. A lot of good things do happen to them. Like, oh, glory be to God.
Positive thought goes a long way.
They have that unwavering doubt and that something is going to make it happen for them, whether they can control it or not, so they can believe that it happens.
Yeah.
So what do you call that when you don't pray? Like, maybe they do, like the people
you gotta
like
have belief.
Self-belief.
It's just belief.
Self-belief.
Belief in general.
Just belief.
Whether you believe in God, Allah, fucking the flying spaghetti monster, you have to believe.
Yeah, whether it's a deity or just an outcome, like you just have to believe wholeheartedly that it's already done.
Right.
And that there's no other outcome other than that.
Yeah, dude. That's just the only way. I can't tell you how many times like walking into fights, like I won the fight before I already walked in. Like just everything is there.
Yeah, absolutely, and you have to. As a fighter, you absolutely have to.
Dude, there's just no other way. It's like I feel I can remember. It's like, man, it really sucks to be that other guy because like he's feeling super positive and he felt like he's going to win.
And he has no idea what he's walking.
He has no idea.
Into.
He has no fucking idea.
This is why like I attribute things to like Jon Jones and like Floyd Mayweather. Were like, it's that sense of self-belief, right? Like
you gotta have it.
And it goes well and beyond a lot of like. The understanding of like a lot of fighters or a lot of people, like
people.
Any person,
normal folks.
I mean, to have that belief, and then two, to be able to put the actions behind those beliefs is something that, I mean, that's why we call these people 1%ers. They're the 1% of the fucking 1%, and they're the most successful people in the world because people don't have that will, that strength, that whatever to push through that little. I don't know if I can do this part.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And guys like Jon Jones, guys like Kanye, guys like Floyd Mayweather, they've never had that thought ever. Yeah. They've always known no matter what, oh, this is going to happen. I can fucking do coke and knock out hookers and
still be the light heavyweight champion of the fucking world.
Still be the baddest man to ever walk the face of the earth.
Ever do it.
Ever. There's nobody who's going to step in this ring that's going to fucking put me through a battle-tested war, and I'm not going to come out on top.
Right.
Like, because I know that. There's nothing you can do to break me.
Yeah.
And it's like those are the guys who'll be successful at no matter what. No matter what, whether it's fighting, fucking.
Maybe you'd hope so.
You'd hope so.
Like that same mindset though.
I don't know if John Jones can make it in other areas in life. I don't think he has a discipline.
Right.
I think he can only do it in a physical endeavor.
Think about how many CEOs are raging alcoholics and bang hookers and like to get their balls tied up, 3 nights a week and strung from the ceiling. But they're out there.
Well, maybe he should be a fucking stockbroker, but I don't know if he can make it in all.
He could if he wanted
right,
to be.
Though.
If he wanted to be.
You're right.
It's like he just knows this is what he wants.
That's true. That is true.
That's what happens with Floyd in and out of the ring, like creating some of the highest paid bouts ever of all time, and then also delivering on the goods.
He's a businessman.
Every single fucking
the best.
He's a businessman, but he's also a delivery man. Like, hey, let me deliver. Hey, get down right to your face. You know what I mean? Like, and then you're not gonna be able to touch me, and then I'm gonna win, and then you're gonna be mad, and then everybody's gonna be like, well, he made it look too easy. Well, then you make it look when you make things look too easy, it's because you realize, like, you're like,
there's levels to this shit.
There's
people are just so fucking confident.
Your levels of expectation are here, and what I know I can deliver is up here, and your levels of expectation just haven't rose. So like, you're always gonna think lower. You're always gonna think that lower should be better,
because you can't fathom that level of expectation, and not only the expectation, but executing that.
Right.
Yeah.
This is why, like, Floyd, when people talk about all of Floyd Mayweather fights, they don't talk about how good the opponent was going into the fight.
Well, that, and people always overestimate their own fucking capabilities. It's like, yeah, you think you can do some shit, go strap on some gloves and go throw a punch. You probably can't even throw a punch correctly.
Right.
So shut the fuck up.
Nobody wants to acknowledge that, though.
Like, I would like to see you slip a punch because I'm going to hit you so fucking fast.
Right. And if you can't throw a punch, cool. Can you throw 5 of them in a row? Can you throw
without losing your breath?
Right. Can you go 45 seconds without being 100% gassed?
Yeah.
Watch me on the bag for a minute. Go do it, and then we'll have a conversation about which one of us looked better and worse. Like, which one of us looked like we were struggling for a breath, and which one of us wasn't. Like,
so many people can't even tell you what it feels like to be in such good shape to just outwork a person, and you see them just like physically just break, and then it's just like their body can't do what they want to do, and then they're to just be able to just have that power over another person, and to just physically ambush them and just to do what you want at your own will.
That's primal.
People don't even know what that's like.
Bro, nobody knows.
People have no what it's like. I can very vividly just remember times where it's just like, oh yeah, I fucking got you. Like, and just like now I'm about to just turn on the heat and just tattoo your ass. So it's just like, people just don't know, man. People overestimate their abilities.
It's round 1 in this motherfucker. It's gonna be a long night.
Just sometimes, yeah, man. It's just like, all right, I got X amount of time with you right now,
right?
And it's not like now you're stuck with me because I'm not tired and I know you are,
right?
And like now I'm just gonna turn on the pace and like I'm just gonna pick you the fuck apart and your whole life is just gonna suck.
All your whole life is gonna.
It's like for this time, it's gonna suck, dude. God, it's just that's a good
it takes
feeling.
me back.
Is that the only thing you miss about fighting? Is that feeling itself, like the win and knowing that you physically.
That's why I started fighting, was just because like I love the purity of the competition, and just like wrestling is just all about control. Like my coach always talked about like if you control the man's hips, you control the man. So like I've always had this idea with control, right? So then like that was just an extension into MMA. So it's like with the fight, it's like, man, it's just competition to the purest, especially with MMA and all the different inputs and factors that you got to deal with. So it's just like, yeah, man, I just fucking completely just like controlled you, like you're a little bitch. I just own that shit.
Yeah, you like.
Yeah, it was a very attractive fucking feature of fighting.
Just that feeling afterwards,
dude.
There's nothing.
So
like
much
it.
work and time goes into it. People don't even understand it. Like you wake up, you fucking. At least me, I go run or whatnot, and then I go to fucking work all day, and then I get off of work, and then I gotta go fucking train at 4:30, right? So I gotta like make sure you gotta sacrifice so many things in your life.
Good jobs,
and long hours and different things, so you can go train, right. And then you get off, and then you go fucking train, and then like now you gotta eat and recover and do other things, daddy things, different things,
school things
sometimes. So and then yeah, it's just fucking just this nonstop fucking grind. But like once you start getting in shape, dude, and then you can just go. Such a good feeling to be in that good shape. Such a good feeling. And like when people get tired and you just like, it's like, take them. Yeah, when people take them in the dark, like deep waters, you know what I mean? And they're fucking exhausted and you feel great.
Right.
It's like you steal their energy and then you have more.
Yeah, because that feeling alone, like knowing that you have them, and now it's like it's cat and mouse.
Dude, and you're just like half a step faster than everybody. That's a good feeling too. When you're half a step faster than them, it's just like boom. It's like you just got their number and things are clicking, dude. It's like you faint, they react. You see every punch that they throw coming. None of it matters, bro. Like
you're Neo in the Matrix at that point.
Yeah, you really are.
You've downloaded everything.
You're in a deep flow state and everything is clicking. That's like the best feeling.
Yeah, that's the ultimate goal. Is to just to be constant flow state.
I used to get in that the easiest after like a long night of just like being up late drinking and shit.
See, I like to work out after
When
I
I'm
go to
tired.
happy hour. I'll be honest with you.
I don't work out after I drink, but like the next day.
The next day.
I do. I'll go from like happy hour downtown because I work downtown, and I'll go and work out 30 minutes, 45 minutes later, and I'll be like in one of the best. I'm like, motherfucker's hitting the bag, like
Yeah.
I'm like so loose and like I feel good and like I'm like bouncing around and bobbing.
That's because the nerves have gone.
Your nerves are gone. You're fluid.
Yeah.
You're not thinking. Yeah, dude. Like I would come in. On,
I
like,
love doing that.
Like on a Sunday would be like a big like sparring day, and I'd already be tired because like the weekends were like a marathon. So on Sundays, like I would run beforehand at like I don't know, like noon. We'd go run. I like the school. We'd run bleachers
Track.
and sprints and shit like that.
Okay.
Yeah, at the track. And then I'd go roll jujitsu at 3:30. And immediately after at 4:30 was sparring and live shit for MMA. So by that time I'm already a little bit tired, right? Because I've already done some shit. But then like if I'd come in like after having like worked like drank and shit and stayed up, like I'm so just relaxed. Like everything just clicks and flows, bro. You just fuck people up.
Yeah.
You almost like you just tune out. It's like I don't want to be here. I have to be here. I know what I have to do, so I'm just gonna fucking go through the motions.
Doing it, dude.
I'm just doing it.
You're not worried about
it's
winning.
all motions at that
Yeah.
point. Like anything that you've practiced
Subconscious is taking
1,000
over.
times, it just literally just like I'm just fucking like just moving like I'm moving off of a memory of myself.
Yeah. And I do that with jiu-jitsu, dude. I have my best practice.
I'm moving off of a memory of myself. Like I remember how I was in there, so I'm just gonna impersonate. Oh shit, the impersonation's going pretty well right now. Like that's the best way I can describe it.
Yeah.
And I'm not asking people to go to happy hour to go work out and fucking bag and go hit mitts.
Yeah,
and
I wouldn't
shit.
recommend it.
Don't do it,
Somebody
right?
might get upset.
But also, I've almost been training combat sports on and off 10 years in March, and so I'm a little attuned more than the average bear. So like, when somebody's like that experience and you've gone through the motions thousands, hundreds of times sober, like none of it for me, I walk in there, I'm like, none of this matters, like, and so I'm just gonna fucking like just do everything I want to do without any anticipation of a consequence.
Yeah.
Like that's the best way I can describe it as far as a body kind of motion goes. Like none of it matters. This is all gonna be great. Like I don't care. Like who's watching me, who's not watching me. I'm watching myself, and I feel pretty damn good right now. You know what I mean?
Grooving.
That's the best way I can. It's grooving. You grooving.
The flow state.
Lando groove
Flow,
and
man.
fucking Lando Venata and that shit.
Yep. I used to say I was like an adrenaline junkie, but I realized like I was a flow junkie.
Yeah.
And just that flow state is the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You feel everything.
Dude, just everything's just so fucking fluid, man. Just like everything clicks. Like it's just everything just works, man. Like when it's all said and done, it's like you're on the highest high. It's like what the fuck?
Like each current was supposed to go the way it went.
You controlled the
then,
current.
Yeah, you did control.
Yeah,
It's like
control the current.
especially with fighting, like you won before you stepped in there. Like it's that belief. It's like knowing it happened before it happened. Like nothing can fuck up your game. Like nothing can take you off your cheek. So when I fought in Bellator,
Right.
dude, before
3 years ago that we've known each other now.
3
dude.
years, yeah, it's so
guys were
long ago.
Insane,
You
dude.
guys are old.
Before
Fuck
like
off.
that fight, like I knew like just everything about that night.
I remember
was,
watching the prelim fight.
Dude, I want to win. Like, there's nothing. Like, I kept listening to fucking Alpha and Omega by MGK, and then like I was just on this fucking dude. You could not fuck with me. My fucking ex-wife was calling me, trying to start some fucking drama. Didn't fucking matter. Like, I'm in the back getting these fucking bullshit calls, like right before I'm about to walk. Like
In your underwear.
On one of your
Minutes-
biggest fights of
minutes
at the
before I'm
point
about to
all
walk
time.
out, I'm getting this bullshit call. I'm like, I don't got time for this shit, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Trying to start some shit with me. But nothing fucking mattered. Like, I was in the zone, dude. Like, everything was loose. I'm snapping punches. Like, Quentin even said, like, after the fight, he's like, dude, he's like, I could tell by the way you're throwing those punches, like everything was on. Like,
I remember watching you in the fight, and I'm like, this motherfucker looks like the next generation of motherfuckers.
Everything was just so smooth.
Everything looked great.
Everything just felt great, dude. And it just boom, it was over.
I was at a
few minutes, it was over.
funny story. I was at about a little beer and pizza place down the street from here, watching your fights on my iPhone.
Oh, yeah.
On Bellator.com because they had the prelims.
Yeah.
You weren't on the. It was like you, Shelgene Davis was on there.
He was on there. He fought right before me.
Shelgene Davis, dude, and like my boy Mike Estes was on there. It was all the same card.
Yeah.
And I'd met all of y'all like through the podcast,
Yeah.
kind of interviewing y'all and shit. Garrett Mueller, I think, even was on there.
Yep.
But like, I remember all of this, dude, vividly because I was there. I was watching your fights.
Invested.
And like, but my girlfriend was like, why? I remember her like, what are you doing? Like, why are you watching fights? We're like trying to have drinks. And I'm like, listen, like guys I have talked to in the last like 10 days are fighting on this. I have to watch them succeed. Like they're going to, I'm rooting for every single one of them. And like, I remember vividly your fight and Shelgene Davis's fight and Mike Estes' fight and Garrett Mueller's. Like I remember vividly all those fights. Dude.
Yeah.
But had I not like been connected with y'all, then like,
It's another fight on the
we
card.
have a great conversation. Like I brought every one of them on. We had a great conversation. It's just another fight card that nobody cares about.
Yeah,
the one that's human that just doesn't moves on with their life with. But I remember vividly being super vested in all the prelims because I had talked to everybody on there.
Yeah.
It was insane, dude.
Yeah,
so I remember watching your fight and I was just like, this is my guy. Oh my God, he's looking amazing.
Yeah, things were clicking that night.
So you've been doing an MMA podcast for 4 years.
Yeah.
Who would you say in your eyes is the biggest you've had?
I always get this question. The two biggest names I can think of is Volkan Oezdemir and Stephen Wonderboy.
You had
Wonderboy on here?
Multiple times.
Yeah, I remember the other guys.
Multiple times.
Oh,
Volkan Oezdemir.
No time. Daniel Cormier.
He fought Daniel Cormier for the belt.
Oh, really?
And Cormier could have fucked him if he wanted to.
Oh, yeah.
Cormier got fucked up that first round when he fought Volkan, though. He got caught a couple times. That was not even needed. Like
he was just walking through it.
No, he didn't walk through it. Like he took it and he was just like he would be like he would back off and be like, why am I taking like.
Yeah, he just for no reason.
No reason, yeah.
That fight could have ended in the first round.
It should have.
Yeah.
If he wanted to do it, but like he took unnecessary punishment, and he didn't know why, and I didn't know why, but either way, Volkan and Stephen Wonderboy have been the two biggest names I can think of.
Good old Wonderboy. So when was the last time you had Wonderboy
on? Long ass time ago, actually, right before he fought Tyron Woodley.
The first time.
The first time.
Oh, nice.
Like the week of.
Yeah.
And he was going everywhere, MMA Hour and here and there. You know what? No. I take that back. I talked to him for like 15, 20 minutes before he fought Darren Till. It was like last February.
Oh, nice.
Last March in 2017, I think.
No, it was this year. He fought Till this year.
Okay. So then it might have been December or January of this. December of 17, January of 18. It was like the last time. It's been a while.
I love Darren Till, but I think that fight was a draw.
I do too.
Yeah.
I do too.
We can't talk fights. Adam does.
Yeah, no, it's okay. I do too.
I've
had Robin Black on multiple times.
Really?
Robin Black's one of the most amazing people.
I've had like a few interactions with him on Twitter. He you want to talk about 100% genuine. And, like, obviously you fucking know more than I do, but he seems like he is just...
This motherfucker, we had a conversation where we compared MMA fighting to cooking a brisket. This is how much he loves. He and I, like, first of all, we love MMA, but, like, so much I could talk about. I was cooking a brisket that day. And he was like, yeah, cooking a brisket's like this. Like he's like, what do you do when you cook a brisket? You have smokers. So when you come up in the fighting scene, what do? You have smokers. Like making comparisons like this.
Robin Black, no shit. I think he's your biggest guest.
He's great. I've also had Jason Perillo on.
Really?
He's one of my good friends. Like I could text him right now and like he'd be like, brother, where the fuck have you been? I haven't talked to him since January, February.
So he's working with Chuck right now. For him and Tito are fighting next week. So Chuck left his camp and he's with Perillo now.
He's with Perillo. I thought he was with some other camp, like Garage or something. Whoever Antonio McGee is with.
I'm sorry, it's Tito that's working with
Perillo. He's a Tito
he's working with Antonio McKee and AJ McKee.
Yeah, he's working with those guys.
I'm sorry.
Perillo's. I was like, he's been more of a Tito guy.
Yeah,
lately.
he's with Tito.
Yeah,
that's
so
right.
Tito's gonna fuck up like.
That's the battle of the dad bods.
Yeah, but like Chuck, I wanted Chuck to win. Like before everything was signed, I was like, yeah, Chuck's beat him twice. Like Chuck's got his number in his mind, right? Like mind is a big thing. And then I see like Chuck train, and then like I watch like Tito's last fights. I'm like, oh god.
They say
God.
Chuck is putting that footage out there to bait Tito.
Oh wow.
The conspiracy theory.
Oh.
Look into it, bro.
Alp's on the undercard.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
What
So
is this?
It's
Bellator?
No, it's Golden Boy.
No, Golden
Oscar
Boy
De La
MMA,
Hoya is
bro.
putting on an
shit.
MMA card. So it's Chuck versus Tito 3. It's pay-per-view. $49.99.
$49.99. You buy it on
Yes.
Fight TV. I'll probably
Yeah.
buy it on Fight TV.
Yeah.
What's Fight TV?
Fight TV is an app where you can buy like combat pay-per-views, or you can watch combat sports that you wouldn't normally. You have to go scour the internet for it.
Like,
They have it all in one stream space.
Oh.
Like
So they had bare knuckle boxing last weekend.
Yeah, bare knuckle boxing. I love bare knuckle boxing.
So my buddy fought in that lightweight card, and I looked up footage for him on all of his opponents. My buddy Nick the Ghost Gonzalez, he fought Leon Meinhardt on there, and imagine this. So he hits me up at the end of September, and I've had him on the podcast. We've had conversations in real life, and I respected the fact he had enough like respect in me to be like, hey, he called me out of the blue. I hadn't talked to him. I'm fighting this bare knuckle thing. I'm like, oh shit, good for you, bro. I'm like, who you fighting? He's like, I don't know. They're gonna pool name. You're gonna pool a name.
Yeah.
Day of the weigh-ins, and so he's like, I don't know who I'm fighting. It's one of these other 7 guys. Do you mind looking up footage, breaking them down for me for this camp? I'm like, no. Like, I don't mind. Like,
thank you for that
I do
honor.
this on my podcast, right? And like, I don't do it for fun, but like, I do this on my podcast. I do this in real life. To have somebody reach out to you and think that highly of
Value
you.
your opinion,
Yeah, hell
yeah.
yeah.
It's like, fuck, dude. Like, thank you.
Yeah, like,
Like, I appreciate you thinking so highly of me.
That bare knuckle boxing, man. They've had some pretty big names on there so far.
yeah, it's been great. It's been great.
Well, except for the last one, the main event was supposed to be Johnny Hendricks versus somebody else, and I can't remember who it was, but his opponent dropped out, and he fought Johnny Hendricks. You alive?
Oh no, water came through my nose.
Probably want to get that checked out. At least you're hydrated all the way through now.
God damn. Lex over here.
But
Johnny Hendricks was supposed to fight Brendan Ward.
Irish Brendan Ward.
Yeah,
And
from Bellator, and he fought Bellator at the end of September, and I was like,
Yeah,
this is probably not a good idea, man.
well, so bare knuckle, they weren't honoring contracts. He ended up fighting Dakota Cochran.
Johnny Hendricks fought Dakota Cochran on the
got
co-main event.
knocked
and
the fuck out.
Yeah.
And a guy that we train with, Scott Futrell, just choked out Dakota Cochran in September.
yeah, Dakota's not like the greatest of MMA fighters.
But
Like I remember him being a Bellator.
He's had like
He's a vet,
53
though.
fights.
Yeah, he's a vet, though.
Yeah. And then Phil
Baroni.
knocked out Chris Liebman.
No, Chris Liebman
knocked out Phil Baroni.
Because Phil Baroni
Saw
kept
that.
going in
Yeah.
for a goddamn takedown the whole fight.
I saw that.
I don't know if you watched it, but like he just kept going in for double leg, and they're like, "Hey, bro, it's not MMA. It's bare knuckle boxing.
Yeah.
You signed the contract for boxing."
So did you see the event they announced today?
Oh, what did they announce?
So it's Mexico versus USA bare knuckle boxing, and they're doing it in Mexico City.
That's going to be excellent.
That's gonna be wild.
That's going to be Mexican people are going to love that.
Yeah, hell yeah,
My people love fighting.
dude. And dude, in the bare knuckle boxing, like, they've all been good fights.
There's not been a bad one. And the only thing that didn't happen that was supposed to happen was Sean Merriman, the football player.
Yep.
Was supposed to.
Yep. His opponent. They didn't honor his contract, right, or his opponent.
This is a great excuse. Like
But-
they didn't honor my contract.
But Sean Merriman he's had a couple amateur
He's had like
fights.
MMA fights or something
Yeah.
like that, like 2 or something like that.
You know what his nickname is, right?
What's that?
Lights out.
What he gets knocked out?
No, he knocked out like 4 guys in a high school game. And so now he's got a light switch tattooed on his forearm.
Mother of God,
And
dude.
his celebration is every time, like, he would make a big sack in the NFL, he would flick the switch on his wrist.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he would just
Lights
go
out.
crazy. Yeah.
Oh, good shit, gentlemen.
Yeah, no, I don't know, man. Like he was supposed to fight my dude Tyler King, so I'm not very high
don't know him.
on Sean Merriman. The guy, everybody go look up Tyler King. He was supposed to fight Tyler King in like an MMA fight or bare knuckle. But anyways, I don't think they're highly of him. But anyways, to be a part of this event in like directly, indirectly, whatever way it was, I was
Just to
very,
feel
I was very
connected.
invested in this whole event.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck yeah, here's $30. Take my monies. I'd pay $30 to watch my boy Nick the Ghost fight in person, like if he were to fight in town, you know. If I'm gonna spend that same money, like take all my money. It's like let me watch this. It was a great event. It was great, but I had very much investment into that whole like lightweight tournament. So it's interesting. It's interesting to see how it's going to play out.
So Shamrock's going to be on Fight TV as well as Flow Combat now.
Really?
They just announced that yesterday. Yeah.
Holy shit, dude! I'm a fan of everyone I've met from Shamrock, and it seems like I've never watched their event like live.
You know what's crazy? Being there live, there's never that it's not a lot of people.
Yeah, I feel like it's always like 1,200, 1,500 people, right?
I was there a few weeks ago.
Not nearly that many.
I was there.
Really?
I was there at the last card. Joe, were you there too?
A few hundred, maybe.
I don't even know if there was that many. It was
hundred?
maybe 200.
Yeah.
No way.
Maybe 200.
I remember when they used to sell out like shit.
That's like.
Have they gone down or like what's going on?
The quality has only gotten up of the fights.
Quality is still the same. It's just I think there's maybe less seating in the events. The tickets aren't cheap.
But it. Yeah, it's $50, $60 a ticket, but the perception, because now they're on Flow, they stream on.
They've
Flow.
been on Flow, yeah.
They sign with.
They were
Fight
doing their own
now.
pay-per-view.
Remember that? I remember that $9.99, and you could pay like $16.99 for like the last two events or last 2 weeks or whatever.
Yeah.
It was something like that.
But what's the real value in that?
It's money.
I guess, but is it more money to sell it to somebody else and have it promoted from you?
Well, I think you got to start somewhere.
Yeah,
and that's
yeah,
where
yeah,
they started. And
Like I feel like they have a great whole like league. Like everybody I've met from there has been amazing. Like
have you met Jesse Finney or talked to Jesse?
Yeah,
Finney?
I've had him on the podcast.
Really?
He's one of the most amazing. He cussed on my podcast. He was like, "Yeah, I don't really cuss on the podcast, but some ass." And I was like, "Oh, Jesse." Fucking cussing on the podcast, bro. He's amazing too. Everybody I've had from Shamrock though met through Brian Levick, man. And I've not interviewed a lot of recent people from Shamrock, but like between 2015 and 2017, like anybody that headlined or was on the card or somebody I'd wanted to speak with prior, like my boy Aaron Poston. Like if I was like I want to reach out to him, I see him on the card, like let me get him on the show. I could get him on the show. But everybody's like really, really good. There's been like one or two people from like Shamrock that's like have no personality and like it's not marketable episode. But overall, man, like it's a great place to meet people like in the MMA scene, the coming up fighters, because you never know when you'll see him. Like I was supposed to interview Ad for a Shamrock fight, and then he's fighting on a Bellator fight, and I'm like, oh shit! Like the tides have changed. You never know. You never know when you get that rookie card, and it makes you feel like, God damn, I knew the motherfucker before the motherfucker was the motherfucker.
Right.
Like, that's the thing. Like, we were cool before. We're not cool. Just it's genuine. We're friends to be friends, not because, like, it's cool to be your friend or you're hyped up now.
Right. We had a relationship before anything else.
I'm genuine.
Right.
I knew him when.
I like that.
That always seems to be, like, a double-edged sword. Well, I knew him when he was this guy. Or, man, I knew him when he was this guy. Like,
yeah, well, you hope it's the latter.
Yeah. Right. always.
Shout outs to all my haters.
Shout out to all my I knew him wins.
I knew him wins.
Yeah.
I think most of my haters are I knew him wins.
That's what I was talking about earlier. Motherfuckers think I'm fake.
Right.
I knew him when he wasn't.
I'm not 15, bro.
Bro.
I'm not 20. I'm not 25.
I'm 3-0, bro.
Yeah. There's levels to this shit.
Good shit, gentlemen. Well,
are we wrapping up, man?
I think
get
so, man.
food.
It's been a couple hours.
Yeah,
solid
we get
2
some
hours
food.
with a few technical delays, and
it's been a good one.
Well, thank y'all for coming into my house, man. And
dude, thanks for the hospital.
Yeah, hell yeah, brother. Look, the floor is yours. If there's anything you want to promote,
plug sponsors.
What do you got, man?
Yeah, shout out to UFC Gym Austin, please, everybody. If you come down, for sure, come check them out. Get 3 free classes, and then you get a discount off of your membership if you mention you're a fan of Loaded Joe's. Also, go check out Loaded Joe's MMA podcast on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Also, you can follow me, Money Blakeweather, on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat. Ladies, you can find me on Tinder, and you can find the show on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, and tune in, and soon to be on Spotify. Guys, I want to thank y'all for having me, man. Thank y'all so much for having me on, and I'm glad this is a Swapcast podcast. And I don't know, man. I had a hell of a time.
Hell yeah, man.
In my own house.
Talk about a solid conversation.
Drinking beers with y'all and shit.
Yeah,
Getting loaded on the Loaded Joes side of things.
Absolutely. So I guess, do we plug all of our shit?
Yeah, let's plug it all.
Since it's going to be on everybody's shit.
Yeah, for sure.
Go next.
Yeah. Okay, so I guess there's a few things to to plug, right? So check out Outside Perspective, the podcast. We're on all major fucking platforms. So if you search us, you'll find us. Go and leave a rating and review and subscribe. All those things help the podcast. It's much fucking appreciated. Check me out. Check out the podcast on Instagram. We have the page on Instagram and Facebook. So check us out there. It's just Outside Perspective _podcast. Check out the personal, Adam Meredith, ADAM MEREDITH _. That's Instagram. And I think it's the same on Twitter, although I don't really fuck with Twitter too much.
Sleeping, bro.
Well, I just post to Twitter through
Instagram.
Instagram.
Tweeting, bro.
Get
your tweets on.
Twitterverse.
Slacking.
That's where the real intellectuals are.
Yeah. And then, as always, check out ImposedWill, imposedwill.com. We got the Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. We're everywhere.
Nice. And you can find me, Justin Bricker, at Stacking Bricks on everything, Instagram. Fucking
He's
Twitter,
like that on
Snapchat.
Instagram. Yeah.
Goddamn right.
I think we got to update
that. We might have to.
Also, let me plug the new series. Follow Unfiltered Bachelor. It's not anything to do with MMA. It's just my life and everything kind of we've been talking about today. So that's a new series. So hopefully, the goal is to try and do 10 episodes. We're 2 in. So we'll see how this goes, man.
Good stuff. Is that it for you?
Just be on the lookout for Why Not podcast. We got a few episodes in the chamber right now. This will be released on there as well. So we should be out shortly.
Love it.
All right, everybody. Until next time.
Thanks, boys.
Peace.